What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Ghost with the Most, and your boy, 100's here. Hebot should be joining us real soon. Your boy, Tuckmaster, should be coming up and rocking out with us. And today, man, today's podcast is about, let's talk about it, The Last of Us 2 gameplay and state of play. So, honey, oh, who's this? Oh, this is Tuck right now. Look, speaking of the devil, Tuckmaster here.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Hey, what's up, honey? We live right now.
Okay.
I mean, Tuck, we live. Yeah, we live. We doing it up.
All right. All right.
But I was gonna tell you, my brother, did you get to see the Last of Us 2 state of play? The
I
gameplay of it?
saw, I saw some of it,
Okay.
and what I saw was I wasn't impressed. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it wasn't that impressive to me graphically anyway. The only part that I did see was the girl was behind an ambulance with grass. And I guess I'm hearing all this talk. I'm over here thinking that it's the guy that's talking, but it's actually her talking to some. I don't know who the heck they talking to, but to me, it's just blah 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 blah. So,
Okay. All right. Other Zinc, what's going on, my brother? Other Zinc pulled in the building. But yeah, Hunted, man, what do you think about you got to watch the state of play Last of Us, right?
Yeah, I just finished watching it, man, live. I watched it in 4K,
Okay.
30 frames per second
All right.
on the big giant IGN.
On IGN. Huh?
I
Okay.
watched it, and
Give your
um,
honest opinion, my brother. No hating,
I'm
just do you.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The cutscenes look good and everything. When that shit go to motherfucker,
Yo, honey, we lost connection with you, bro. Oh man,
are
yeah,
you
we
still
lost.
with me, bot? I
Yeah,
mean,
we lost connection with Hunter. We lost his voice right now. I hope he.
yeah.
Hey, Jay Dizzle, what's up, fellas? What's up, bro? Yo, thanks for stopping by. But I'm gonna tell you like this, guys. Until Hunter come back, I'm gonna give y'all my little input. Oh, all right. When I first seen this game, when I seen the gameplay on it, I really seen a little downgrade. I know I'm gonna get hit up for this and be like, yo, they're gonna hate on me and say, Ghost, you bugging. But I wasn't too graphically impressed. Like this, it's not like what I seen a year ago or 2 years ago, especially when we seen it for like 3 to 4 times on E3s. This wasn't graphically. Oh my God, you see the power of the PlayStation 4? Like these PlayStation dudes are saying, like this game is supposed to be a realistic game, and hmm, well, I didn't see really too much realistic when you creeping in the grass. And if you got a German Shepherd and you got a dog out there, yeah, honey, what's up, my brother? You
yeah, I'm
back?
here.
So go
Yeah,
ahead.
no,
I'll give my input in a little bit. Go ahead, do your thing.
I'm gonna tell you that shit. That shit ain't nothing but motherfucking the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. How they want to do it, coded in post-apocalyptic pandemic war. That's
Hmm.
all that shit is. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Um, I, I mean, yeah, the cutscenes look good. Sony always had good cutscenes and all that. But the cutscenes that they showed you at the beginning, where you over here buck 50 in this person and all this other stuff, hell no. When it's turned to the gameplay, that was like 300. Man, that was totally different.
Way different, right?
Way different. When they showing her buck 50 and somebody in the liver and cutting their throat and then about it is even at that last one they said this is footage that we ain't even showed before, and she buck 50 old girl in the throat. That was a cutscene.
Yeah.
That wasn't in game. That wasn't no in game play. This Tomb Raider has you go buck 50. That's in game. When I go kill somebody, I'm killing him.
Hey, we got brother E-Rock in the
You know what I'm
house.
saying?
E-Rock
Sneaking
in
up
the
on him.
building. What's up?
What's up with you, brother E-Rock? Brother
What's going
E-Rock
on?
is in the house.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Man, over here talking about
Man.
the last of us. Is gonna be the last of me.
Oh,
And
nah,
I
it's the
just saw.
trash of us. Hold on, the trash of us.
Man,
Yeah.
this game is not. I got people from my own camp and on Twitter saying this game is impressive, this and this and that. I'm gonna jump on their ass on Friday
Oh,
night.
man.
Yeah, I need to catch GR. I'm gonna be because I'm gonna be a cousin sailor that night. Ain't gonna stop me because I wasn't impressed like that.
Listen,
Like
I
it
gotta
wasn't.
agree with you. I wasn't impressed, my brother,
Yeah,
at all.
it
I
wasn't.
watched that
And I
one.
didn't come in to be impressed. That's my thing. I keep an even kill. When
Mhm.
anything I look at even kill.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed of
You all right?
Mortal Kombat Aftermath,
You
where
all right?
Mortal Kombat Aftermath, then I'm impressed with that shit. That story enticed me more than that. You know, they're trying to think about it. They're trying to press you with the LBGTWION movement. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I don't know why you're doing that. Cause we ain't pressing you to be straight,
You're right about that.
Bruno. But it's like they're pressing. They make sure you see that. So they
Yeah.
making sure they get that community. So one of us say something, that whole community gonna come after us. But I ain't scared.
I ain't never been scared.
I ain't scared of the rainbow. I eat Lucky Charms. I eat Frosted Flakes. I eat all that shit.
Hey, I ain't never been scared because
I ain't scared.
I know
And
specifically in the
think about it,
Bible,
and
rainbow things.
don't use the word homophobic and no, we're not. We're just saying it's like you want to press that issue. It don't have to be pressed that issue. It's been a lot of people games that people has been lesbians, gay in the game. It didn't push the issue. It's like you make sure you see it. She gonna
Yeah.
say, "Did you remember when you took that kiss?" I don't care about that shit.
Hey, man.
I'm just being real. A lot of people don't. A lot of people might take it a different way. I can see the light coming off of here. Yeah, a different way and stuff like that. But no, come on. And then you all in grass, man. We've been in grass and talk, man. Come on, oh, you can talk in grass.
I don't mean to cut you off, honey. Yo, but they ain't looking like Horizon Zero Dawn now. Like, come on.
Man,
Grass,
that
hiding in
shit,
grass. Come on,
man,
man.
all that shit.
Tomb Raider that was doing that in Tomb Raider, man. Like, what's up with that, man? Like, it's
Tomb
about
Raider, you
fighting,
couldn't.
man. You know
Tomb
what I mean?
Raider, you put mud on your face to blend in with shit.
Yeah,
You
lower
just in grass,
level.
getting your ass whooped.
It's like a lot of PlayStation games, man. On some real, like a lot of them is like doing the same thing. None of them they talk. Look, man, honey. When I watch this, but before I give you my input, E-Rock, did you see it?
What y'all talking about? The Last of Us?
Yeah, it just
I
came out
mean,
today.
yeah, I saw that little 15-minute demo. I saw it. I mean, I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, I don't like. I mean, I know people is going to tune into this podcast, going to be like, "Oh man, here go y'all Xbox again, trashing a PlayStation game." Like me personally, like I saw it. Like I don't like what like.
I'm not
I
impressed.
mean, like. All right, I see. Look, I'm coming off of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, right, where that game was damn near perfect. I'm coming off of Gears of War 5, which was perfect. And to me, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was better than Gears of War 5. That's just my personal opinion,
Okay,
right? So I don't like I don't jump when I see Ghost of Tsushima. Everybody like I don't like we riding a horse and shooting an arrow again. We did that in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, only better. Like I've been telling folks for months that Assassin's Creed Odyssey, like I didn't think it was possible for Ubisoft to make Assassin's Creed hot again, but they did it. That Assassin's Creed Odyssey was probably the best game I played this generation. Better than any PlayStation 4 exclusive, and I ain't played none of them shits. And almost better than any Xbox exclusive. Now I know a lot of folks is gonna have heat with that. I'm just saying what I got out of the game because I couldn't put it down. I couldn't I played it from February 1st to damn near May 15th. Like I couldn't get off of it. So like for a game to engage me that much means it had endless content, which it did. It was almost too long, but like it delivered on almost every aspect of it. Now, as far as like the Last of Us, I never played the first one. I can't speak on it. From what I saw, like the girl, she was climbing, like looked like she was climbing through a vent, and it sounded like Ice Cube was playing and she was climbing one of the vents, and at the end, like she told some black girl stop, and looked like she was going to shoot the black girl, and she told the black girl, like, I didn't see anything impressive. I didn't see anything impressive that y'all PlayStation guys always hype up. But like, haven't we been doing this for years now, guys? I mean, we're real rap. I don't know about y'all. I'm 51. Haven't we been doing this for years with these PlayStation dudes? A game comes out, they hype this shit up. It ends up being about 6 or 5 hours or 7 hours. They still hyping up Spider-Man. They still hyping up God of War. God of War ain't had no DLC yet, I don't think. I mean,
They don't
like,
have no DLC. It wasn't no DLCs.
like it's like we like now for y'all that's new to y'all cats that's new to this shit. Like I've been at this since 2007. I used to write a blog for this the fuck website called One Up, right? And what it was they had a free blog, and like depending on who you was or your topics, your blog got popular. And if your blog got popular, they put your blog on the front page, and that's how Erock 8150 was born. And my blog drew a lot of heat because the heat came from the PlayStation fans. They was doing the same shit back then, hyping up Killzone and hyping up this and hyping up that, and it's the same shit over and over and over and over again. So now here it is, 2020. Y'all hyping up Ghost of Tsushima. Y'all hyping up The Last of Us. Like, I mean, if y'all excited for it, cool. I didn't see nothing impressive. I didn't see anything at this late date, Ghost, Chuck,
Okay.
100 to make me say, man, let me take $400 and go out and buy a PlayStation 4. So no, I'm not impressed. Now, when they finally drop some gameplay for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, when we finally see the next Halo, because there's a reason why Microsoft ain't showing the next Halo yet. That shit gonna probably be fire. Because I wasn't too impressed with Halo 5. I'm gonna keep it 100. To me, 343 Studios, they gotta step their shit up because the Coalition, the Gears of War guys, they murdered them. They
Okay.
straight murdered them because
Well,
Gears of War.
hang on, you can't talk about my Halo in front of me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Can't
whoa,
talk
whoa,
about.
whoa,
Can't
whoa,
do that,
whoa.
G.
Well, it's
You
like,
got to
well,
elaborate. You got to elaborate
all
your.
right, well,
You got to elaborate.
I'm
You
about
got.
to, I'm about to elaborate on it. Like Gears of War 5,
What's the
everything.
difference between Gears 5? Because they both did. Then they're almost the same thing. They introduced new characters. The
Mm,
new
Mhm,
characters was in front.
mhm.
So what's the
okay.
difference between Halo and Gears?
For me, Gears of War 5, just me personally, it held my interest. I didn't think I'd be interested in the story
But
of
are you a super sci-fi fan?
well, I'm a super sci-fi fan, but like I done seen so much sci-fi that you gotta fucking bring it now. Like you just not gonna come out with another Star Trek movie. You gotta come out with a good Star Trek
But
movie.
yeah, but you
Okay.
got to think about these are video games. Can't use it as a movie. You
Well,
gotta
well,
you gotta you gotta keep. That's why I said.
yeah,
That's why I tell people with their expectations. Like I
yeah.
said, Halo 5. I told people and I put it on Twitter and everything. I said this was a masterpiece. Look how good it looks.
I
Look how
respect
good
that.
it runs. Look how good it
Hmm.
runs. The story.
I respect that.
Because you play as a black man, you
Right,
don't play
right.
as Chief.
Hmm.
People sitting there, well, what happened about the story with Halo
Right.
4? That story with Halo 4 goes right on in with Halo 5 because what Cortana do? Well, she went into the domain. See, a lot of people don't go research and go read the books. They don't, I mean, or
Hmm.
listen to somebody that read the books that sit there and can explain it to them. Gears of War is more easier to get explained than Halo. Halo is a
Right.
is a big ass universe where
Hmm.
Gears is not. Gears is you on this planet, shit happens, and this is what
Right.
happened.
Right.
And it's easy for a novice to get into. Halo, people don't even know that they don't know that Halo, they don't know that Master Chief weighs a ton.
You know how heavy.
Nobody can pick him up like that. When you saw him on
Hmm.
that ship, that guy knew what he was.
Right.
but nobody don't go sit there and before they sit there, they don't go sit there and go into it. Like I'm a Gears head and I'm a Halo head.
Right. I respect that.
I love the shit out of Gears. I love the way they're going with Kate and Kate Mother and how they finally explaining the Locust.
Yo,
And
God.
how that a lot of people are mad about that. Fuck Halo 4. They brought you back to the roots, to the roots, to the rooter, to the tutor.
Yeah, the shit.
They
Got
showed
the story.
you the dude that put this shit on.
Yeah, the story got real. The story got real dark, and I wasn't expecting them. What was spoilers? I wasn't expecting them to kill Marcus Phoenix's son. Like the story,
But see,
it,
but
for
see,
me,
we
for
don't, we
me,
don't.
it got
But see,
for
that's
me, for
see, that's
me,
a spoiler. So we don't know if you
check.
kill. Hang on, but thinking about it, you can't say we don't know if they killed Phoenix's son off because you can go kill. You can kill what you call it off too.
Guys, check this out. Before I got to step in here. Time out. Bring it up. Whoa. Bring it up. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Shout outs to everybody in the comment section. Sega Man, shout outs to you, my brother. Dakota Vaca said like this. He said, hold on. The first minister at 100. You got other Zinc. Everybody shooting tweets. Tell him 100. Dakota Vaca said. I'm like, oh, my God. PlayStation greatness came out of nowhere. And Sony has experience from its movie history. Microsoft is a tech company with no experience in creating emotion, desires. Then he also wrote It's You Want Blood, Gore, and Violence and Cinematic Stories by Sony Games. My brother, for one, you see my two Xbox brothers right here sparring it out. One is like Gears and one like Halos. That's why I like it. We got two iconic franchises in the Xbox gaming divisions. They both Titans. And 100 and E-Rock's just saying how it feels. That goes for my brother Sega Man. Because Sega Man said, what's going on, Ghost? There's nothing but love up in here. We will never argue and bash each other. They just spawn it out, and one likes Halo more, and the other one likes Gears. It is what it is. They both got two good point of views, and that's how we rock out over here. But anyway, he bot in the building, my brother. What's going on, bot?
I just chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, it's beautiful, bro. I said, hold on, wait. E-Rock said, wait, Gears. Oh, it was lit right now for a minute. But
what was going on? It was a battle of the Titans going on.
What? It was the battle of the Titans because we got E-Rock X a Titan and we got Hunter a Titan.
Okay, that's good shit right there. That's gladiator style.
Yeah, gladiator.
That's gladiator style.
Yeah.
100 jumped at me like I rolled past his crib, waving some kryptons. I'm like, damn, bro.
You must have said something about Halo.
I just said that me personally, I kind of like Gears of War 5 engaged me more than Halo did. Like Halo 5 was a great game. Halo's a fantastic series, but like 100 said it himself eloquently, like if you're not invested in the lore of Halo, you can't really appreciate it. Whereas Gears of War 5, you could pick that shit up and like even if you don't have an emotional attachment to Marcus Phoenix and the rest of the crew, like it drew you in. It drew you in. It was sort of like really for real. The Sony fanboy should have been praising Gears of War 5 because it was one of them interactive movies that y'all love. Only you get to play it instead of watching shit. It had amazing cutscenes. It pushed the Xbox One technology far.
I'm with you, E-Rock. I'm with you because I
done game, and all I was saying was, what's the 343 Studios? I was saying they got to step their game up, and that wasn't no insult to Halo, but the coalition laid the motherfucking gauntlet down. I'm sorry, they laid the gauntlet down to everybody.
But the thing is, here's the thing though, E-Rock.
5 years.
Here's the thing though, I appreciate Gears better also as a franchise, but I know that Halo has a lot of lore and it's a lot more in depth. But the thing is, Halo's always been more dedicated about with the one central character, which is obviously Master Chief, right? It's the story, the whole story is more centralized, right, if you will, because we like speaking like gentlemen and intellects up in this piece, right? With a little ghetto sprinkle on top. So, it's more centralized on one main character, right? As opposed to Gears, I've always told people, Gears is about a family. It's about a bunch of, it's like us. it's like
you took the
us.
words out of my mouth. Yes, it's like a
Right. It's
family
like
story.
it's like us. We're going in. Me,
Yeah,
you, Ghost, Tuck. 100 into the battlefield, and we got each other's back. You see what I'm trying to say?
that's all.
So,
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
mhm.
And no offense, like I know y'all Halo dudes, y'all went in on me, damn. But also the coalition, the
The
coalition.
guys.
I mean, you talking about a game that came out in 2018 versus a game that came out
Right, right. So they
2018.
had more, more,
Take
more technology available,
yeah,
more advanced,
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
Plus, the thing is too, people gotta understand because 100. I've said this many times. I've said this many times. 343 Studios never left. I mean, Bungie never left Microsoft because a lot of the dudes that are in 343 were actual original members from Bungie.
Right.
Any decision that was made in that game was made because they wanted to change and expand and evolve that franchise. You understand what I'm saying? Because not for nothing, the other thing we got to take for granted, we got to take into consideration is Gears is still fairly in its infancy. It's still new. Halo's been around since the OG one. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So Halo needed to do something different and more drastic because it's been there for it's been around or a lot longer. You know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
can I interfere in one
It's been
thing?
around.
I got to give Halo some props,
Wait,
man.
wait, wait! I'm
Go
gonna lose
ahead,
my
go
train
ahead,
of
go ahead.
thought. Hold on. It's been around a lot longer, so Halo needed that refreshment of that different take. You know what I'm saying? Which Gears also got, but Gears you have more of a connection because Gears is went from his father to his son. You see what I'm trying to say? And now with Kate, it makes perfect sense because they're implementing it with Kate being related somehow to the queen, which we don't
Right.
know how yet, is part of the story, which made it even deeper because now we got
Absolutely.
other characters that the story's not being told. But
Hmm.
Gears also has comic books. Gears
Yes, it
also
does. It
has
got
novels, graphic novels, same thing like Halo. But Halo's been around so a lot longer. So but the thing that gets me out of both of them is both of those games I think are in the top of their game. Halo
No
5
question.
and Gears 5
No
and Gears
question.
5, right?
Microsoft
But this is what
franchises are
bothers
innovative.
me.
Yeah.
But this is what bothers me that both games did exactly what people have been claiming for months and years and now generations that they needed to change, they needed to evolve, they needed
Come
to
on
get
now.
bigger and better.
Come
And
on.
both of them did that. Both of
Come
them
on
did
now.
it. Halo did it, Gears did it. And yet they are critically the lowest acclaim and people always popping shit that they suck or that they're not that great. And I don't understand, but when it comes to PlayStation, I just seen the Last of Us 2 trailer again today, and the same is the same fucking dog shit from like the first one.
My brother,
Only
you
more
just
washed
came
Nothing
out.
in.
different.
Listen, you just
Like
came
what the
in at the
fuck?
right time. But
You know what I mean?
let us know.
Uncharted 4, the same motherfucking formula you've been seeing since Uncharted 1. That actually was birthed because it was supposed to be Sony's answer to fucking Xbox with Gears of War because they said it. We made that. We made Uncharted because we wanted to compete with Gears. Okay? That was said many moons ago. Okay, only real gamers are gonna know that because you keep up with the actual current events and not just what's hot, what's popular and hip now. You know what I'm trying to
He
say? So
he
the,
bought.
that's what bothered me the most. E-Rock, go
He
ahead.
bought. He bought. Listen, man. Look. I don't mean to take over this podcast.
Oh hell
Ghost,
no, no, no,
Ghost.
no,
Ghost. I
no.
got to speak. And I was going to
Speak your
get to
mind, my
this.
brother.
I,
Speak your mind.
yeah, yeah. I was going to get to this before 100 started spitting fire at me. Listen, guys.
Brother
Guys,
likes
listen.
his
Guys,
Halo.
listen. Guys, listen. I've been doing this shit since. Well, me and he about go way. We don't go way back as friends. We go way back as gamers, right?
Yeah, it's
And
gamers, right?
and guys, I swear, man, I swear, as far back as 1999, I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I don't know what it is.
89, maybe even yeah, 99, 89.
But I'm talking about this PlayStation thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
yeah. I got
what
you.
it.
I
I
got you.
don't
I
know
follow
what
you.
it is about that console. I don't know what it is. Like the Nintendo fans, they're lunatics, but not to this extent. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what it
yeah. they
is
they within reason.
about. I don't know what it is about that black box from Japan. I don't know what it is, bro. But me and Hebot was there. I was there
Oh
at
yeah.
community college in
Andre
fall of
was there too.
'89,
Andre was
and
there too.
I was telling this dude like, "Yo, man, I just seen this joint called Soul Calibur and NBA
Yeah.
2K on
Yeah.
Sega's
Yeah.
console
Yeah. Yeah.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
It's only
Yep. Yeah.
199. I'm getting it."
Blew our
And the boy
fucking
was like,
mind. We
and the
ain't
boy
never
was like,
seen
"No,
nothing
man."
on.
Yeah, and the boy was like, "No, man, I'm waiting for PlayStation." Little did he know he be waiting until summer 2001. Like
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
man, I've never seen anything like this. Flash forward to
Oh
spring
yes.
2006. I'm at my aunt's funeral, and I'm telling my cousin and his nephew, yo, man, in the Game Pro magazine, they show these pictures of this game called Gears of War. Yo, man, we ain't never seen nothing like this. This other
Yeah.
boy
Yeah.
came in, was like, man, I'm waiting for PlayStation 3. PlayStation 3's gonna destroy the Xbox. Yo, man, we can fast forward, we can flash forward. Let's flash forward to we saw the debut of Rise of the Rome running in real
Yeah.
time. Oh man,
Well.
oh man, Killzone 4 is going to be better. I don't know what it is about this console. Hell,
Yeah.
we can flash forward. We can flash forward to June 2011 when Solid Rev, one of the few YouTubers that I really enjoy other than you guys, Solid Rev made a video about this game
Mm-hmm.
called Crisis 2. The Sony fans had a fit because Crisis 2 actually ran better on the Xbox 360. And Solid
Yeah.
Rev
Yeah.
in 2011, before we even heard of Crap Gamer, before we even heard of Azire, Solid Red was like, what is it with you Sony dudes about this console? This was in 2011. So guys, listen, we now have data going on for decades that these dudes is crazy. It don't matter what's going to come out for that
Mm-hmm.
console, they're going to hype
Mm-hmm.
it up. It don't matter what come out for Xbox, they're going to trash it. So here we are in 2020, Hebot. We doing the same
Mm-hmm.
shit again? Like how long are we
All
going to
over.
what
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
that Japanese box? What is it? What like Solid Rev? I wish I could find the video, man. It's called Crisis 2 Sensitivity Engage. And he asks this question: what is it about that box? What is it about that
Want me to tell
Japanese
you what it
box
is?
Hello.
that works your brain? What is it that makes y'all go crazy? I
Facts.
can't figure it out, man. I've
Yeah.
never been that crazy
I
about a
can let you know
console.
right
So
now.
never.
It's
What happened,
2020.
son?
You want to know what it is?
You
Yeah.
just finished?
That SSD.
The secret sauce.
Are you getting a ride?
Sauce, baby.
Man.
You ain't know that SSD.
Oh, okay. Then
Yo,
let me
they
go get you. Then,
crazy,
okay.
man.
Yeah.
This has been going on for decades.
All
And I
right.
know some of y'all listen to this podcast. Y'all new to gaming. But some of us cats, we go back. Me and Hebot and 100 and Sega Man, we done watched this go on for decades now. What is it
Yeah.
about that Japanese box? I had it. I had PlayStation. Yes, I was a pony once. Only back then we called them Sony drones. I had PlayStation 1. I loved it. I had PS2. I had PS3. I thought PS3 was overhyped. But
Yep.
it's like I don't see it no more. I was with all of that shit once. Oh my God, I'm playing a game with 86 hours of full motion video in 1 hour. Then I played Xbox and saw that games don't have to be all of that. Like, dude, I can't figure it out. I'll never figure it out. I won't. I can't figure out why these dudes be on Twitter all night arguing with y'all. I can't all night coming at the Hebot. I can't figure out why they will watch 18 minutes of The Last of Us 2 and go crazy. The game looked washed out.
Oh man.
Ellie just went straight lesbian. I mean, that's what if y'all hyping up playing lesbian, that's cool. But I mean, I'd rather play some cool shit like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where my character Cassandra was kicking ass. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me, man.
But
That's
E-Rock,
just
I
me.
said, I said this though. It's not never. It's not the first time that people has been gay, lesbian in a video game. They didn't push the issue.
Yeah, you're
When I
right.
saw The Last of Us, it's like you're pushing your issue on me, my kids, my family, my friends. It's like that's what you're trying to do. I don't care that Ellie likes a girl. So what? Ellie, Ellie can be supposed to be I'm looking at Ellie as being a badass and a person. I don't care if she kissing on a woman, but you make sure you put that shit front and center. They put that shit front and center. And like I said, I don't care if you are, I don't got no issues with you. I don't care if the LBGWYON come at me. The people with the letters, that's what me and my man Flip Money call them.
Right.
I'm just keeping it real because I'm not forcing my sexuality on you. I'm not telling you to be straight. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? And think about this, supposed to be games. It's supposed to be entertaining. This is supposed to be an action-packed drama game. Not no damn game that's sitting here and I gotta see her dance.
Need you to put that on.
And the girl ain't even cute.
She's so cute. Look at her. I can't stand that bitch. Yeah, she look crazy.
The girl ain't even cute.
They flat chested her real quick because in real life she got big boobs, and in the game they flat chested her because that's being what you call that?
Same girl. Hang on, that's the same girl. Hang on, yeah, because ain't that the same girl?
So now, yeah, it's the same chick. Same chick.
That she said that they made her look like a guy.
Well,
it was article out
there. I think so. Yeah. No, but I thought women are not supposed to be embarrassed of what they look like. But yeah, it's okay to change what she physically look like in real life because somehow having big breasts in a woman is a crime or offensive. Like fuck you,
don't use that.
Yeah. So you trying to say they flying out to so guys playing the game won't go shaboing?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, you didn't know that? They changed their breast size. They turned her from a beautiful, voluptuous woman into a flat iron board. That's what they did. Wow. I'm like, yo, for real?
Made her look like in their terms, a butch above that.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell they do that for?
Like that.
In real life, when you see her, she's pretty girl.
Nothing like that because they got her.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah, she's running around with that boing, 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 boing.
You know, they're trying to appeal to Anita, Mr. What's his name, Tim Duncan or whatever his name is, Neil Druckmann, whatever the fuck his name is. He's trying to appeal to Anita Barker or whatever her name is.
Well, he's trying
or Anita Sarkeesian, whoever the hell was talking shit about games before.
Yeah, but Tuck. I mean, not Tuck.
He-Bot. It's okay, bro. It's okay.
Yeah.
You ain't drinking yet.
I ain't had no shots yet. No.
Take a shot.
The thing about it is, they're trying to cater to that community. That's what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they kind of do. How we know that Kate ain't gay?
Right. We don't know that. Yeah.
I think Palmer is gay in Halo.
Right. But they don't talk about it.
Yeah. But it's not like they're forcing.
They don't talk about it.
If you see,
because you don't need to know that.
Yeah,
what does her being gay add to the story?
She was gay anyway.
Yo, listen, 100. The first thing they showed in that trailer was, so let's talk about how you thought about that kiss last night. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, come on, man. You're supposed to be talking about the continuity of the story, which they try to do with a narrator, which was supposed to be Joe. Instead, she talk about how about that kiss last night. What you thought about it? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about two teenage or young girls smooching it out, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Let me tell you.
Like, what the hell? It's wrong for men to talk about women in a sexual way. It's okay to expose two women doing it in a fucking game without no choice. Like, what the hell?
Come on, man.
You better eat an ass.
Hey, y'all.
That's what she did in the cutscene. She did that shit on the dark side. But yo, I tell you this, that's what happened. It went down. That's why she said, "Remember that."
Yo, you want to see how old we is? Just check out my new thumbnail for today. That's how old we is. Rock out. If you can identify with my thumbnail right there or my pic, you know how old we go back.
See, that's why you hate it in the gaming community because you don't appreciate the sensitive storytelling of Sony's games.
What my man Keenan said, half that shit need to be on Netflix.
Yo, bro. Yo, guys, check this out, guys. Yo, E-Rock, if we all was to roll up in E3, they're gonna hunt this man down. He's on America's Most Wanted.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh shit! I knew I was gonna make it there.
No, he cool. He cool because they ain't they cool because they already know they start some shit. Trust me, we got the goon squad. They lie and say they lie and say they lie. I ain't gonna mention somebody's name, but they lied and said, "Oh, I was there. We invited them to the park in the penthouse." And I was
Mhm.
just there one day, and I'm gone. He was not even here.
Yeah. Shout outs to Mr. Kima, Dakota Vodka, Other Zinc.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Crim Simmons, Gaming TV. Instead
Hollywood.
of
No, his
our
name is Hollywood. His name is
Hollywood.
Hollywood. He needs to
Hollywood.
change his name. His name should be Hollywood Gaming TV. I told him to
Mhm.
change that name, and he don't want to listen. But he gonna listen
Hollywood
one of
Game
these days.
TV.
Well, the brother looking
Hollywood
dope with
He
Gaming
funny as
TV.
hell.
guns right
Craig be
there.
making me laugh, yo.
With
Yeah.
his drunk ass. He get more drunk than me. Shit.
Oh, we lost
I
somebody.
tell you right now, y'all. I just got to. I'm just over here just looking at this video,
You put your
and
glasses on.
yeah, I'm just, I'm just looking at the video with the last 8 minutes,
All
and I'm
right.
telling you right now,
Let's go,
it's
Tuck.
dog.
Now we need your input. What's up?
And I'm just gonna tell you straight up, it's really our dog shit. Okay.
We already
I
knew.
mean,
Tuck
like
hate PlayStation. So
like Hebot said,
Yeah.
nobody don't want to know about two female kissing. We want to know about the story. I don't want to hear that. Oh, how you feel
Mhm.
about that kiss? Fuck that shit. I don't want to hear about no damn two girls kissing. Hey, I want to see how the story is going to
Look, Tuck.
be.
Every time I bring that up, and sorry, Tuck, I'm not trying to cut you off. I just want to say something to add to what you're already talking about. But every time effect,
that nigga he
yeah,
about really turned into a bot.
you
Yeah,
were
man. God, they get it. See, every
That
time
nigga
we be
said,
going
Tuck,
through
hold
some
on.
good
Me,
stuff, they
pop,
they, try-
pop,
they be
pop.
trying to
Oh, they
get
already
it. They be trying
snatched
to
him
take us
already.
down.
They already snatched Hebot.
Yeah, they got him.
They,
Oh yeah,
they
can you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Now we
yeah,
get
we
you.
Yeah,
can
we
hear you.
hear you now.
Can you? Okay, what I was saying was to add to what I was saying. Every time I bring that up,
Oh, they got you blocked.
it should be force feed it to you.
Yeah, they force
It
feed it to
should be
your ass.
force
He's
fed
right.
to you, right?
Yeah, but
Right?
hey,
I said don't force feed it, and they bring it up, right? They be like, well, why is it being force fed? They had games like Fable had it, and so did Mass Effect. I was like, no, but the biggest difference with those games is you choose to do that. If
Hmm.
you don't want to, you don't have to. So it's a big difference.
Another big game with
See
Skyrim.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, you choose it.
Oh,
They, they
Skyrim did it too. That's right.
didn't
That's
force
right.
it on you. They didn't force it. You choose to be that.
Yeah.
and you know what
Even what
really
you go,
tripped
man,
you?
it's a lot
You
of
know
games that
what,
you choose.
y'all?
Mass Effect did the same thing. You got to choose who you want to do.
Yep.
Hey,
They
y'all,
didn't
Yeah, that's
force
what I'm
it down
talking
your,
about.
they didn't
hey,
force
y'all,
it down your throat.
this is what really tripped me out about the PlayStation. Okay, I had one,
The whole
I had two. One and two was good. I mean, I liked them. Don't get me wrong. But
yeah.
when that original Xbox came out, oh, PlayStation, I put that shit to the side. I said, wow.
Hmm.
I mean, it just blew my damn mind. Then all of a
Woo!
sudden, the PS3 came out. Okay, talking about the cell processor and all that shit. Which really didn't mean that much to me at all. That's a cell processor. What is so special about this damn cell processor?
Uncharted 2 was tight and parts of God of War 3, but other than that, it didn't live up to the hype. I just bought it for the Blu-ray player.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is this. Okay, now when I bought a PS3, the only thing I use my PS3 for is for the Blu-ray player. I don't use it for the games. I mean, here I'm over here thinking that this thing's gonna be like live when they talk about home and all that stuff. And then when I went to home, and I was like, wait a second, this shit ain't nothing like live.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not wasting my time with this stuff because Sony, here we go again. They promise you something, and they always
Maybe smoking
fail.
them.
Always fail. You remember that time when they had that multi-tap um, joystick adapter thing for
Yeah.
joysticks on the PS2?
Yeah.
Was there any games that you can really use for it? Not a damn game. So that was something that they failed. Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
So,
I'm just telling you. I mean, it's just failure after failure to me.
I,
On,
I,
yeah,
I
hey,
like
Chuck, I will. Oh my bad. My bad.
oh, I'm gonna just shine in on
and
what
I just didn't like it
you just
at
didn't
all.
like it. So
No,
I'm gonna shine in with you and add into a little more of the insults to the game. Now, don't get me wrong, Last of Us game, it should be a good game, but I just didn't like it for the the lesbian things and the the transgender that they got in there, and plus we all know the spoiler is they die anyway. But long story short, from what I seen, it looked like a downgrade, guys. It didn't look like, and I'm gonna touch up what Hunter was saying. Bone, it did look a lot like Tomb Raider. Let's be real, but I noticed that when you look at this game and it looks a little downgraded. When it's supposed to be realistic. Now, let's talk about a video game being realistic. Now, if you getting shot, if you look at one of the scenery, she goes in and she's trying to go in stealthy, and she shoots one person. Now she's hiding. She's shooting it out with somebody. She gets shot and it grazes her face. You see the blood. Bing. You see the mark. She kills the guy. Bing. She runs to the door. She bangs the door. She hits it again. She gets shot like on her shoulder or something. She runs in the room, got no blood, not wounded. She don't got the bleeding in the face or nothing. When she comes down the vent, with all those tools, I don't know how they didn't hit that because whoever was playing the game was rushing. Like it didn't even make it look like she was moving stealth. So the people under her should have heard the noise and look up at the vent because the vent was just above them with mad openings. So I don't, it's supposed to be realistic. So I know Ghost is just a game, but when she hops down and pulls out the burner on the sister, the dark skin lady, she don't got the wound in the face, the blood on the face or nothing. She's just fresh. I'm like, yo, wait, this is supposed to be a realistic game. Another thing, if you hiding in grass, I got dogs. Let's be realistic. A dog is gonna sniff you out. You're not gonna try to get by somebody on a stealth mode hiding in the grass, and you got German shepherds. They're gonna sniff your ass cheeks out. You getting got. A dog can hear. Their nose is beautiful. They smell. Like dogs are very, very. They cats too, but dogs. Try to creep on your dog. Who got a dog in their house?
I do.
E-Rock, you got a dog?
No. I know the motherfuckers can smell from fucking several feet away.
It's crazy, right? So if you try to sneak up on dogs and a dog ain't gonna find you, man. A dog ain't gonna look like, oh snap, who's over there? And come towards you? Come on, bro. Like that's not realistic. If you're gonna keep a game realistic, there's a lot of things. Like she's She's 120 pounds, 115 pounds, a young teenage girl. How is she yoking grown men?
Because she's run better.
How she
ain't military trained.
She's putting them in the I'm gonna say
she's been military trained. With Ghost Tsushima, he trained her.
Oh, wait, this is the thing. Young girl, get trained like she's a secret agent, bro. Like she's Lord Craft already.
She's more dangerous than Sam Fisher, my dude.
Bro, she is feeding people out. A young girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And nobody's screaming. She's feeding the dude. The dude is not too far away. If somebody grab you in the nose, you're gonna be like, yo, they're gonna hear that.
Yeah, she walks up to this one dude in that trailer with the bat. He got the rifle dead in her face, and she don't get shot. Like he doesn't react. She hits him dead in the cranium. I'm like, get the hell! Anybody with a shotgun, blast! Wow, you gonna blast the hell out of somebody coming at you with a bat?
Oh, yeah, like.
And y'all know that y'all seen that first scene when she's in that water. First scene when she's in that water when she sneaks up behind that Oriental girl.
Yeah.
That's Tomb Raider.
You can hear that water.
That water, exactly. Mad
So
noise.
how can she not hear the water?
And
that is not Tomb Raider. That was never done before.
She was listening.
That was never done before.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't done.
That was never done before, honey. Never.
How loud can that be in your
Tomb Raider never did that, honey. Stop lying. That shit never did that shit. It's all about Ellie. Ellie did it.
And let me ask you this, fellas. Let me ask you this too, fellas. Now, do you notice that the trees are blowing and how high that grass is? Wait a second. Now, if the grass is blowing,
Horizon Zero Dawn, my brother,
and the grass is tall as I don't know what makes you think that grass not gonna blow either?
Man, y'all picking that game apart. Y'all gonna get down to the y'all gonna get down to the clouds.
Hey, they do that shit to us, and we gonna do that shit to them.
Damn straight.
They do it to us.
Isn't that what they do with Crackdown and doesn't even touch the fucking game?
True.
Even though Crackdown is supposed to be a superhero game, it's supposed to be fake. He's supposed to have powers because he's a superhero with that suit, and it's
You're right.
based off fake reality,
For
You're
all our
right.
right?
subscribers out there, and E-Rock, you know this. We gonna keep it real. We
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
you the
yeah,
truth about it. What we
yeah,
see,
yeah.
we ain't gonna sugarcoat it. We gonna let you know. It might sound like we hating, but we just saying the
No,
truth.
at
We're not
even
gonna
at
lie to
the beginning, because Ghost kept on saying, "Wait till that 8 minute part.
you.
Wait till that eight
I was
minute
telling
part." And I'm like, all right. He kept on saying it, and so because I just cut it on, waiting on y'all, I was just cutting it on. So I said, "Oh, let me cut it on." Like I said, I ain't not doing nothing. And I'm over here like, all right. I'm looking at this shit, like, okay, this shit like good. Boom, boom, boom. When I see gameplay, I was like, what the fuck just happened? It's like night and day. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's
you.
like night and day. Like you showed them buck 50 moves, but it wasn't buck 50 moves like it's in Tomb Raider. When you in
Hell
Yeah,
Tomb
no.
yeah,
Raider, you do the buck 50 moves, you doing that in real game engine. You ain't doing it
yeah,
in a
yeah.
cutscene. That was looking like that was all cutscene cinematics.
Well,
Even when she
Hunter,
even
you remember in Uncharted? Do you remember in Uncharted 3? I think it was Livewire put it up not too long ago. Making fun of it. Shit was funny. In Uncharted 3 or 2, I think it was. They have Nathan Drake fighting gorillas, my dude,
yeah,
with his bare hands. And I said that shit was trash. That like, who the fuck is this? Like, is he Superman? Because it's
yeah.
supposed to be grounded in reality. He's
But
fighting
see,
bears and gorillas.
but
Like,
see,
come
Ghost hit
on.
it on the point. If they
Bebop.
never said the word realistic, we wouldn't be
Exactly.
talking about this. You used the word, what's the name? Drunkman.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What
Based on real
drunken? See, was
reality?
he drunken? Was he drinking? Because he used the
No,
word realistic. Tomb Raider
realistic.
never used the word realistic. Halo never used the word realistic. Even Horizon Zero Dawn ain't used the word realistic. He used the
Hmm.
word realistic. You see they showing her back where she getting
Yep.
all stapled up and all that. You
Yep.
trying to make it realistic, but it ain't realistic. Just say that hey, we copied a formula that worked for other games and we're putting it into our world. Let's
Sony
Right.
be
known
real.
for doing that, guys. We know this. How come the PlayStation fanboys don't know this?
Because
Because it's
they
fantasy.
didn't want to play Tomb Raider because they thought Tomb Raider was whack and this and that.
Because it
So
wasn't exclusive to PlayStation. That's
yeah, it
why.
wasn't exclusive.
Exactly.
Even though they don't buy their game, like I said, they don't buy their games anyway.
They say we don't buy no games, but everybody in this room got a back catalog that's outrageous of games. That's what makes me laugh.
Mhm.
I put it this way: I
No,
sit
we
there
just
and
play
play.
Game Pass, even
I
though it
sit,
only came out 2 years ago.
yeah, I sit there and play what you call it all day yesterday.
Oh, guess what? I'll buy that for $1. That's
Yeah,
what they trying to say.
I play. What's that? Uh,
Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons.
Hmm.
You know, I could
That shit
not
is
go
hot.
to bed last night until I beat that game.
That shit was hot. That shit was
So
hot.
Oh
I
yeah,
beat
you
that
was
game.
playing that last night when I jumped in the room.
Yeah. I didn't know. I got stuck on the final boss. I had to go play other games to get my mind off of. I even went on PUBG and laid like 6 people down and got in the top 10. That's how mad I was.
Man, you know
I was
them ponies are clowning y'all for them ponies are
I
clowning
wanted to.
y'all for that
I was
shit.
on some. I was on.
Fuck them.
But people sitting there. Oh no, it's a dog shit game or the game like this. That no,
Of
it's
course.
simple. It's simple. It's cool. But it kept you playing. And like I say, Hebot. I called Hebot. Hebot like it's cool. I said yeah, it's cool. Hebot couldn't get off of it. I saw Hebot in the port. I jumped off.
I was mad, y'all couldn't pass stage 4 shit hard.
Yeah, because it
Like,
started
what
getting
the
harder. Like
fuck?
it say, it
It
does
gets
what they
harder,
say.
yeah, yeah. So that's legit.
You be like, oh, this is a little kiddie game. And then when it starts turning technical, you got to start using power, shields, all type of stuff.
Yeah, it's just hard.
But but we knew what that game was, and that game was not expensive. And I'm not saying, and I put
Not
this on
expensive.
Twitter.
It was free.
Well, some people,
I
but
got Game
everybody
Pass.
else got to, no, what's called they got to pay. What's called, the other guys got to pay
Yeah,
$20 for it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other guys got to pay $20. But it was a game. It was like I said, it was something that was simplified, that was good, simplified. Actually, it was a really a fresh breath of air for all the shit I've been playing. I've
Y'all
been
not
Right,
playing,
supposed
right.
to.
Right.
Y'all,
I've been
you're not
killing
supposed to.
I've been
Come
playing
on, honey.
cruises and all this
You're
other
not
stuff and
supposed
all
to
that
have.
other
You're
shit.
not supposed to have fun with games, man. Don't you read Twitter?
Uh, I
Don't
don't.
you
I put it this
follow?
way. My Twitter thing is think about this. Guys is mad. I did this, and I'm doing this a project. So I put out I put out God's Son of Law. I put out a clip off the X, straight off the X
Mhm, mhm,
for the
mhm,
clip.
mhm.
I never, ever, ever had over 600 likes on a clip, and people was
Yeah, yeah.
agreeing with me. Never had that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Never had that. Then I started said, you know what? I'm gonna start showcasing these Xbox exclusives, and I'm just gonna showcase them. And then if I have to, I'll show gameplay with them also. You know what I'm saying? To prove to people, because a lot of people goes off of what the naysayer said. That game is dog shit, and that game was this and this and that. I want to show you in real time. I'll show you 30 seconds, and it's up to you. But I have so many people that came have been coming to me was like, man, they been coming. I didn't think something was open doors. I thought I was gonna get
Yo, somebody
criticism.
driving through the wind.
Somebody's
Yeah,
out
somebody.
there.
God damn, what the fuck going on?
Yeah, somebody in that wind.
Somebody in the
No,
car
they
with
ain't
the
me.
window open.
That's that
No, they
Last
ain't
of
me.
Us, or
Yeah, that's
That's
the last.
the last wind of us.
the Last Wind. You see her like that,
Yeah, but
starring Laura
I
Croft.
say people be trying to get these games, and some of these games are masterpieces, man, and they're good games. They're great games.
Yeah.
They're
It's
great games, and it's up to you to put. Now you might hear tornado now. I got an airplane going over my house. That might be me.
Well,
But
I said
oh,
that in the
dang.
last podcast we did last week or a week and a half ago. I said a game could never be uh what you call judged by either its budget or its art style because it's different for every game you play in the when you experience it and the approach. If just because it looked like dungeon like my Minecraft dungeon is like playing the old school Dungeons and Dragons or Gauntlet or Diablo, and it has a skill tree, and it made it fun and it's not complicated or convoluted, but they just did everything that those games offered and add and put it in a way where you can play it with your kids. With your my wife don't play games, and she sat there and played with me yesterday. Okay,
Wow.
and she don't touch them because and she was having fun because it's done to appeal to not only the hardcore but the masses. Because I don't like Minecraft for shit. I can't stand it for
I
the
can't.
regular
I don't
Minecraft.
play it. If people see
You know
me
what I
on
mean?
Minecraft, that means it's not me
That's my
on. My
kryptonite
son
right
is
there.
on.
I'm just looking. I'm
But
just
when I played it, the dungeons, it felt like a game on its own, like an own unique thing, and it's got the same style, and then it's got the structure of levels, even though they're big worlds. Because in those worlds, you also go into the dungeons, which also are like a big map. So it's like two or three levels in one level, and you got a boss battle, and you even have an in between boss battle in certain stages. So I really digged it. It really appealed.
Yeah, and them
It very
dungeons.
surprising.
You were not going to go through them dungeons the first time and find everything.
Oh, right.
And thing about it, them shout out to Vodka. He told me them dungeons. Every time we go in them dungeons, they're regenerated. They're not going the same way we did. It's going to be something that's different when we die because they give
Mm-hmm.
you 3 lives. And sometimes I, I put this way. This is how this game is, and it tricked me
Hmm.
last night. It put me straight on super hard because of my gear set.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I didn't know I had an amulet that I can heal myself with. And the last boss, he's got 2 forms. The last
Mm.
form is super OP, but I have weapons I can knock him out. I just need to hit him. But I need some lives to hit him with, and I can take him out. And I refused. I refused
Right.
last night. So I was like, man, I went to a bunch of games. I actually everybody left me. I went jumped back on there, and I said I'm gonna knock this out. And it's not that many games that can kind of intrigue me to go.
Yeah, yeah. Like what you were. I felt. I know what you're saying. When I played it, I wanted to kind of go back
Uh,
to it, even though it was hours later. I just kept thinking, yeah, I want to go
yeah.
back and see if I can
I even
pass
went back
that.
in there with Vodka today. You know what I'm saying? Me and Vodka
Right,
said, get your gear level up because my gear level's high. I'm in the
right,
third.
right, right.
I'm level 30, think 31 or 32 now.
Yeah, yeah. I saw
And
someone he post up that they were in level hundreds or something. I'm like, damn,
yeah, because
already? Like, god
no,
damn.
'cause actually till you beat the game, it say go play on super hard.
Oh, that's funny.
All right,
But you want to
guys.
go play, you don't want to play that by yourself. You want to play that with somebody that's the gear level. So I said, I'm gonna get my crew gear level up, and then we're gonna go face that.
Right, right,
And if everybody is
right.
like I said, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not. you don't like the dungeons and all that.
Oh,
We're not saying this is a AAA banger, but Mojang
Microsoft,
is what is that?
Mojang and Microsoft didn't put that out for everybody. They put that out for fans. They put that out for fans of Minecraft. And guess what? And guess what?
There's a lot of them.
They're gonna make a gajillion dollars off of it because I didn't even know you know how you know who winning this console war. How you know who winning this console war is when you bring in people that never even really knew what the hell Xbox was. I was watching this video today from this Chinese boy. You know, you scroll through YouTube and you see shit, and he's a bigger YouTuber, like a YouTuber that just reports on gaming. He don't get involved in the crumb side shit. So he was telling. He did a whole video. I think I sent it to Hebot. He did a whole video where he explains how Xbox Game Pass crossed like 10 million subscribers. He did a video. The video was about how it crossed 10 million subscribers, how nobody thought Game Pass was going to be this big. And like I remember when everybody was trashing Game Pass and saying that everything was trash, and all of a sudden all these AAA bangers started popping up on it, and then motherfuckers ain't had nothing to say. All of them Japanese games and Yakuza popped on it. So this Chinese boy was like, basically Xbox Game Pass destroyed Google Stadia. Like Xbox Game Pass is what Google Stadia
send me a friend invite on Xbox. We can go play that tonight.
It's what Google Stadia wanted to be. So he was saying how he had no interest in Sea of Thieves. So he downloaded it. He got Game Pass. He downloaded it, and he going to download Redemption. So he said him and four of his friends, they played Sea of Thieves. He said he love that shit now. He said the whole thing. He said Microsoft is making moves that really they're making moves to conquer gaming, but nobody sees that because everything y'all saying on this podcast tonight, y'all have to know y'all wasting your time. Y'all have to know if you're trying to convince at this day and age, a PlayStation gamer that Xbox is the best value in gaming, you're not going to. Because as I found out, it's all of these noobs that keep coming into gaming. They regenerate like every 3 years, like motherfucking cockroaches. And then they get a Twitter account. Oh, an Xbot talking about Minecraft? Well, that's trash. The Last of Us. So these guys may not even be into The Last of Us. These guys may not even want to play as a teenage girl going to the prom with another girl, her first fucking date. Okay, well maybe Iron Wolf does, but I mean these guys may not want to play. But they gotta hype it up because the PlayStation is like a cult. I see that now. It's like a cult. It's not like Xbox now. We do got some extreme Xbox dudes out there. Like shout out to Dorian Bumpers, the new legal. He's an extreme Xbox dude. He burning down bridges. He's an extreme Xbox dude, and he can back it up. But like most of us, we discovered Xbox by accident. We migrated from other consoles like me, you, Ebot, Sega Man. We migrated from somewhere else and discovered Xbox. It's really only the last 5 or 6 years that Xbox became like the craziest value in gaming. So this Chinese boy was saying basically, if you don't have an Xbox and you don't get Game Pass, you're crazy. Because it's almost bizarre that you buy a box, right? And for $15 a month, they give you, it's got to be over 200 games now. It's got to be.
It's more.
They give you over 200 games.
It's like 210.
The exclusives come out. You got them as part of your subscription. But not only that, but they honor your past purchases going back to the OG Xbox. That's bizarre. That's bizarre. Why would Microsoft do that? Why would they be so consumer friendly? But meanwhile, these Japanese companies, particularly Nintendo, is like, nope, we ain't never going to have backwards compatibility. You ain't never going to get it. Just keep buying our gimmicky boxes. Or PlayStation, who could have gave these fools backwards compatibility, who could have gave them a Game Pass-like service, but they won't and they will not because y'all out there hyping up The Last of Us and Spider-Man. Sony knows now that they can do the least and get the most traction, but that's coming to an end. That's coming to an end because if this Chinese boy woke up, that means other people's waking up.
Like, little by little, you start noticing people are realizing like why so much hate and it's unwarranted. You understand?
Exactly.
People are
See, I've
getting
been
it.
watching a bunch of these bums. Like I said, I've been watching a bunch of these PlayStations. Like I said, since I have to be stay at home and get drunk at home, I like to do that.
Damn
Saying,
straight.
what I'm saying?
Miss,
When I go by certain these guys' channels and stuff like that. They're wishing
Man,
on a star. Some
I'm
of them are wishing
wishing
on a
on
star,
a
and
star.
they wishing on it. But the thing about it is, this is not the same PlayStation from the PlayStation 4. They don't have the same BPs. They don't have the same. How many people them have left them to go to Microsoft or other
Yeah.
entities, third party
It's
entities.
100. It's not even the same PlayStation with PlayStation 2. It's not even
Yeah.
that.
So Jim Ryan, Jim Ryan is on some other level. He's thing about it is they've been leaking some money. Thing about it is I remember when Jack Trenton before he left, and he said that there was not going to be super PlayStation exclusives like that. That proves to me they red box their games. They GameFly their games. You know what I'm saying? They don't sit there and go buy them. But then they're gonna say something about a Halo where Halo makes
Huh?
Yeah,
yeah, no one
No,
cares.
no man's
I
lie.
can't
no man's
I
trash.
can't do it. Think about it. I
That's,
got ridiculed
I
today.
ain't. I got Game Pass. I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, I got ridiculed today to get because it's in Game Pass to get it and play it because it's way better than what it is. I talk too much about that game. I ridiculed that game. If I get that, I need to be. They need that. I don't. I'm not that guy. So
yo, yo,
I'm
guys! Shout outs to Mr. Kima. He said Game Pass is now rumored to be at 15 million subs. Then he also put PlayStation gamers think that everyone's supposed to love PlayStation. Other Zinc put 100 intermediate gaming. I just sent you a message
I
on
got him.
Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Wolverine
Yeah, I got him.
23975. Yo, Other Zinc, man, send me one just to have it. You heard? Just in case you want to play any other game and I'm around and
Yeah, I didn't know you was Wolverine. You probably got me. I got him.
But yeah, guys, I do have another topic we should be talking about, and that's this heavily rumored that next month PlayStation got an event supposedly, and they have this magazine out where they show Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Sharper Axe of Ubisoft. They have 38 next gen games plus first gameplay screens. What do y'all think about that? Anybody want to chime in on it?
Man, them 38, them are multiplats. Even the Great Porter Rock came out today. The Great
Is that too
Pony.
loud?
Who, Portal Rock?
The Great Pony, the one of the ultimate ponies, one of the leaders of the PlayStation Nation, told them keep your expectations down. Them things are third parties.
That man's smart. He just don't want. He's
He
smart.
said that's third,
Very
and he
smart.
said that the great Hebot put that. He ain't here right now, but he put that on Twitter, and this is from Porter Rock saying this. He said he's telling his community keep your expectations down. Remember, third parties. So you got 36. Sony has not come out and said that they have a game for PlayStation 5. They don't.
Woo!
They haven't. They have named no game. I think what's that other game, but it's going to PC. That
Godfall.
Godfall, but it's going to PC, and they claim if it go to PC, it ain't exclusive. But I don't do that. It's still on console, so I don't play that game. I don't
All
play
right,
that.
Honey, check this out. And E-Rock and Tuck, if you still there, and Hebot, I know Hebot bailed out, but he'll jump back in. I just want to be honest, and I'm just gonna speak my mind. They disrespected Microsoft when Microsoft did a gaming event. I'm talking about the fans out there, the
Right.
PlayStation extremists, and they said,
Right.
"Oh, it didn't look right." Even the IGNs and all of them try to downplay it, and they said
Right.
it didn't look right. These third party, which they said these games that Microsoft showed, and these idiots is downplaying it, but those are games that's actually going to be on the PlayStation 5. So Microsoft did a gaming event showing, yeah, us games, they're gamers and fans, but also for the PlayStation fans out there, Nintendo people too. These are third-party games that you're going to get. Now, they come out of nowhere where PlayStation's going to show 38 next-gen games. Everybody going crazy, and it's third-party games. So Are they gonna look bad? What can PlayStation do that Microsoft just didn't do, but they're gonna make it sound like it's better? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you not if they streaming those games, you're not gonna really see the full graphics. So what are these PlayStation fanboys trying to downplay us when Microsoft did a nice thing? They're gonna try to hype this up. I don't get
Hey,
it.
Ghost,
Hmm.
Ghost. You ever hear of a word called hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy, yeah.
That's what it is. It's hypocrisy. How many like? Yeah, Microsoft sold something. Microsoft sold a bunch of games that you're gonna be playing because has a habit. They learned the hard way about showing shit too soon, like Scalebound, which we never heard the end of. Sony could announce a couple. Look, all Sony got to do is show a drawing, and them niggas is hype. That's all. They can just show a picture, and them guys is hype.
You ain't never lied. They
Well,
just
They're crazy. They're crazy over there, dude. They're crazy.
Hey, E-Rock, you can one
Don't get
thing.
no crazy over there,
Hey,
man.
E-Rock, you can one thing. They can still got their nuts off that damn demo. Off that damn demo. They still nuts off that.
A demo that was shown on PC.
Right.
Epic Games, all of that shit's always shown on PC. All they did was put some PlayStation prompts up there, and then when the girls started flying, the prompts went away. That's how you know that was a PC demo. But they lost their minds over that shit.
Hey, and then they started nutting all over that video too.
But the thing is, guys, so what? You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, that PlayStation ain't gonna do that, bro. And anyway, Microsoft is just gonna do it better. We have the GPU power, the CPUs, everything on the Series X is way powerful than the PlayStation 5. You know,
I got to respect.
they got that SSD. You know that's that SSD. That's what they running with right now.
They got the special
That's all they
sauce.
got. That super special source is that SSD. That social security dumps
The SSD stands for solid state drive, right? Or was it something else?
Right, solid state drive.
Yep.
Then if y'all going nuts over a solid state drive, then y'all hot. You're hot.
I done seen a small YouTuber like with 200 subscribers going crazy, saying that PlayStation is doing things that Xbox is never doing. I was bugging out, man. Like, what? You got to see it, man. Shout outs to Griffin Gaming, man. I'm gonna shout it out. Shout outs to Griffin Gaming. Y'all need to check out his new video. He gonna expose them ponies. This is their logic. This is how they think.
So let me get this right. Storage and a hard drive is supposed to mitigate over 2 to 3 teraflops of raw horsepower. That's what you're telling us. Like, wow.
They trying to say it's faster and all that. It's more powerful.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's like trying to say it doesn't matter. This isn't like comparing a Porsche Carrera 911 to a IROC Z. This is not that same comparison. That's crazy. Wow. They've lost it. They really lost it. It's like trying to say
I don't blame it. I don't blame it on them. That's why I blame it on these little clickbait media guys, these clickbait YouTubers. That's who I blame it on.
Yeah,
that's they're putting that narrative in their head. I didn't watch guys. I watched this guy Friday or Saturday morning, and this dude was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna show you." He said, and this the first thing they say. I'm not picking no sides. I play both, but it's something special in the bus and this and that of the SSD. And I'm like, gee, and I'm telling him like, gee, why if you say you ain't got something to fight, why you even talking about it? You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to prove that Sony got something? Even that old sperm wave media. I listen to him because he motivates me every day to stay 100. Because I'm going to bust him in his head too if something don't happen. It's going to be a lot of these big boys.
Oh, this generation coming up.
Down.
I'm getting that motherfucker. Fuck that. I'm taking it to a whole nother level.
And I'm going to tell them the straight truth. Like, why do you think Sony is going to do something that Sony said they wasn't coming in for a reason? Because they ain't had nothing. The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima was supposed to be a banger. It got leaked.
Hello?
Photos got leaked. That's their banger. So what do you whatever what you got? What's going to come out that make you want to buy a PlayStation 5? That should be the question. Because they ain't got nothing that's going. What? Oh, they got these. They got all these. No, what's going to come out to make you? Horizon Zero Dawn is not walking through that door. The Order 1899 is not walking through that door. Noonie Cooney is not walking through that door.
Hey, Bone.
Niho 2 is not walking through that door right
Yo,
now.
why?
Hey, Bone. Hey, Bone. Hey, Bone. One game they talked about is that, what you call that damn race? Gran Turismo 7?
Gran Turismo 7 is gonna have nothing on Forza.
No.
Forza gonna have more cars. It's gonna shine more. It's gonna be more. Think about it. Phil is doing a great job of how he's playing poker.
Oh, yeah.
He'll show your card a little bit. Yeah, I think I got a pair of twos. Mm-hmm.
Yo.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you well.
hey, dude, this last press conference they did, that was clever because I thought they were supposed to be showing the third parties, and he didn't do it. And I'm talking
He said he wasn't going. Yeah, he said he wasn't going to get a third party exclusive, and neither what he reneged on his thing. He said he wasn't going to buy no more third party. Yeah, Phil said he wasn't going. He said I was not going to buy no third parties, and what he did, he went to get third. He reneged off his thing.
Listen, he had to, because I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna stay in this gaming industry and you don't get the third party DLC, the DLC and all that, and you don't get that, you're not gonna win a generation.
No, we're talking about their third party indies. Like he got third party. Yeah, because a lot of the PlayStation games that they said that were exclusive, they were third parties.
Yeah.
Right.
They wasn't from how many bangers that you really got from Sony? That's Sony Interactive thing or Sony Studios that they copying off of Microsoft now. Now they Sony Gaming Studios.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, right? You see that?
But no one's talking about that, right?
Oh nah, you know they're gonna
have that at all.
Man, won't say nothing about that. But then you crazy.
Oh, they're not gonna say anything about it because there ain't nothing to really say.
I'm a peach.
Nothing to really say about them. I mean, it's like I tried to tell my friend today. I said, listen, man, listen here. I know you're gonna buy a PS5, but what games they gonna come out starting out generation? Well, they're gonna be showing something. I said, well, you know what? They said that before, and the thing, I don't think they have nothing.
They're gonna push The Last of Us, and they, you know what? I got a cool idea what they might push. Damn, I'm smart than hell, and I don't got no insiders. They probably gonna sit there and say, hey, the definitive edition of The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima, $60.
And
after you already bought both of them for 60.
And Jabari Clark and Porter Rock and all them fools will buy that shit. They'll buy it.
The definitive edition with all, because I don't think they're gonna have no DLC. Or if it is, it's gonna be, you get all the DLC. They never came out how Microsoft said if you buy this one game on this system, you can upgrade on this one free of charge.
Listen, I think you guys, I mean, and I know you guys for a couple of years now, 100, Ghost, Tuck, we've been doing this for a while. I really think you guys are shocked and cannot believe the depths of what true corporate slavery is. But that's it. That's the depths of true corporate slavery. A company that doesn't have to do anything new. A company that literally, as T-Bot stated, can keep coming out with the same game over and over again with different polish. A company that tricked you into thinking they got diversity when really Microsoft got diversity. I mean, what other console got a pirate game, a zombie survival game, the best racing game franchise, the best shooter franchise? What company has that kind of diversity? A sci-fi murder type of mystery with Quantum Break. What do Sony got? Adventure game, Spider-Man. It's like the depths of their corporate slavery is so deep, and it took me a long time to figure it out. I didn't really know what a corporate slave was. I heard it before. A corporate slave is a person who cannot see the value in anything else. That's a corporate slave.
E-Rock, E-Rock.
E-Rock, you
Remember
got
when
me
the
thinking
Xbox
about
community
both.
say, okay, we want different games. So we got Quantum Break. We got Record, right? They gave you the definitive edition if you already own Record for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a platformer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I always used to say, I said, if that was
Cuphead
on
platformer.
Nintendo, I said, if that was on Nintendo, it'd be the greatest
They
thing
would have
since sliced
sold.
bread.
What?
You better.
What?
100. What? Come again?
That
Of
was like
course
a
you would have.
female Mega Man kinda, man.
Right. It would have been the best thing since like they went, oh my God, this is a game is so great, this and that. But they listen to the motherfucking peasants and these motherfucking what I call them false prophets now. Call them false
If
prophets that
if
don't play these
Crackdown,
games.
yeah.
Don't play the
If
This
game. You know,
something
people
ain't
say
saying bam
crackdown.
and being gay, it ain't good.
Yeah.
You
Like
never
even
noticed that, honey?
crackdown. Yeah, like crackdown. I took crackdown for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the multiplayer wasn't what they projected. Hey, they fell on that. But me playing that game, I enjoyed it. So why not down there 100% that
You
damn
want to know
game?
why it failed? I'm gonna be honest. You want to know why? People still don't get it, and they use this as ammunition on us. That engine got bought. The real destruction that they had, that was real. But when it got bought, what can Microsoft do? They got caught out there. They got caught with that destruction. That's not there anymore. They
What
couldn't
the
use what crackdown
fuck?
what they had. They let you know this. This is what I like about Microsoft. They let you know that, bro, the game was looking like this, but when it got snatched up by somebody else that bought that destruction, is now what we was gonna do? We still gave you the game, but we had to try to utilize it. They
What are you
didn't
talking about?
the crackdown with the destruction, the real destruction
What
that they
about
had.
it?
It got bought. That
The, the,
destruction mode they had got bought,
the one that supposed to be in the multiplayer.
and the real multiplayer and all that,
Yeah.
the destruction mode and all that for
And the
crackdown.
multiplayer was
What
wasn't
about? What do you mean
that
it got
bad.
bought?
Meaning the what
The
you call this?
engine,
I forgot what's
the
the engine
physics
got
engine,
bought or
the
whatever.
physics engine.
Yeah,
He's saying the
Somebody
physics.
bought it out.
yeah. Microsoft ain't had the real engine that it was using. They did not have that real engine, huh?
Damn.
First time.
Yeah,
Nigga buy like a champ.
but you can hear me, my brother. Hold on, he bought. Oh
He sound
shit!
like he at a yo. He sound like he at a
Trying,
jazz club. What's going
Yeah,
on?
they got him. They got him. Once he come back, he bought.
Here.
Dang. I
Skeeter
want
pop, baby pop,
to
baby
spit
pop.
some fire. He's gonna spit some fire.
Can y'all still hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, you're fine.
Man, he sound like he
I'm,
at a jazz club scatting. Skeeter pop, baby pop. Baby pop. What's going on with your
I'm,
mic, bro?
They got my boy, man.
Oh man,
It,
yo man, this shit is crazy, man. Y'all can't show y'all want to do another generation of this. I know 100 don't care, man, because he come home from
I,
work, he be on his porch, man, with his liquor. Like man, I be having to
oh,
tune these
Dakota
cats.
vodka.
I
You
be
getting
able to tune these cats out every once in a while. I had to address a fraud, but man, it's gonna be the same thing year after year with
listen?
Yeah,
these cats.
but see, I don't let that see. Think about it is I don't let that deter what I love. You know what I'm saying?
Yup,
It's like
I
I'm a
think you
Laker
damn
fan.
straight.
it's a hobby for
Damn
Yeah,
you.
like
straight.
I'm a Laker fan. I'm a rip. If I wasn't doing this, I should or I should have a sports channel on the side. I don't know why I don't do it and do the same thing. But I don't. You know, what I'm saying video games. This is what I'm into, and I'm like I'm not giving up because
Yeah, I feel you.
I can't give up the game. This is kind of like
yo,
my
hello.
I can hear you.
yeah
I can
yeah.
hear you. We can
This is
all
like
hear you.
get my reality get myself out of reality. You know what I'm saying? And I do this because it's fun. I don't care about the negative. I don't care about the hate. Bring the hate to me because the hate is real with me. I love it. I'll sit there and I'm plotting against you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because people telling me, I've been having people it's like, yeah, damn man, you should have 50,000 subscribers. I said, I don't know why, but I don't even care. Because I don't do stuff every day. We don't do stuff every day. We
No.
just do stuff off the rip. You know what I'm saying?
And
But when I
If,
talk,
if
You
I don't,
I'm
Plus,
not.
you know, video about their own greatness, and when they do stupid shit, they don't do videos about it. Like when they were talking shit about shit going down, they did one video up. Then suddenly when they saw the play, they talk big dog community.
My man
Oh,
sound like
you
my man sound
like
like
to
some
look at
drums out some
the
drums out in
fucking
Jamaica.
Feel the
He
love.
about he about to get you again, man.
Nigga sound like he down in Jamaica.
love.
Bumbo clot. That's my
Are you
boy.
fucking serious now?
Nope, you got the
Got
computer
you.
love.
Yeah.
Hello?
But I love you, my nigga. They got you right now.
Yeah,
Hello?
they
Yeah,
got you again, bot.
they
They
got
got
you,
you
bro.
again. He bot.
Oh, what is it? What
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah,
it's
you
like buying.
echoing.
It's like buying.
No, but I'm
I
gonna
already left like
Now
18
we can.
times.
Yeah,
But
now
yeah,
Oh,
we
now
can.
man.
you good. Hang
Now
on,
you
talk
good.
to
I
me.
don't know how.
God damn.
Yeah, man. What's his name? He's missing an action. Showstopper. He said it like 3 years ago. He said, "You know how you know who really winning this console war? Like them guys are obsessed with Xbox. That's all that come out of their mouth. I
Man,
never see anything like it, bro. I
you
don't
know,
make any PlayStation videos at all because I don't give a fuck about what's going on over at PlayStation. These dudes every day, Xbox this, Xbox that, Xbox. Damn, y'all obsessed with that shit.
But
Y'all like jilted ex
that's what's gonna give
girlfriends.
them. That's what give them the clicks.
Hello?
That's what gives them
Well,
because
okay,
some
yeah,
of them,
right.
yeah,
we can hear
Facts.
some
you.
of them,
we hear
yeah,
you now.
yeah. Some of them don't believe in what they even saying anyway. I listen to some of these guys; they don't believe in the shit they talking to. I can see it in their voice what they talking. They reading off the script and they need the clicks to pay the bills because they
Man,
quit their job. That's your motherfucking fault.
Showstopper was breaking hoof clickers' legs.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
breaking
Oh,
legs.
That was
God.
one of
What
my
is going
favorite
on now?
YouTubers. One of my favorites
Did
was
he retire?
Showstopper, bro. Yeah, Showstopper, like he comes on and off. To me, I think Showstopper retired kind of, but he'll be back strong for next
I don't
generation.
even see his channel,
Breaking
bro.
some
I look
legs.
for it.
No, he don't do nothing. He'll say something on Twitter. It's about his kids and stuff like that. And a lot of
Yeah,
people. I put it this way: everybody ain't built for this shit. I'm gonna tell you this: everybody ain't built. Man, what's
Well,
how many people that we know has fallen off of grace that was
for
rotten?
100, I think he got tired of them niggas he was rolling with because first it was Worry Wart. I was watching BGST back when his original crew. Worry Wart, he got up out of there. I never feel a showstopper would leave. Like show that he was the funny
Yeah,
dude.
but
But
why did Worry
Yeah,
Wart
but
leave,
you don't.
E-Rock? Why did Worry Wart
huh?
leave? Why did Worry Wart leave, E-Rock?
We ain't gonna
I'm sure
mention
you got the
why.
dirt. Tell me.
It's on them. We ain't gotta talk about them. Them dudes is dead.
Why did he leave? Why he leave?
I don't know, but I'm
I
He
ain't
almost
sure
left
certain.
everybody got built.
because they were. That's when they were doing pro Xbox and hating on PlayStation. And he was always sucking on PlayStation because he's another one.
Oh,
That's why he
okay.
left.
Oh, I did not know that. See,
I remember when he was sucking on that little PlayStation game called Trojan with this little kid, and yeah, he always hating on shit Microsoft do. That's why he
oh
left.
wow.
so you're trying to tell me I
Okay.
Yeah.
wanted that Trojan man?
But you gotta
I have the
understand,
fucking
everybody
game.
got you said this, E-Rock, because you see, E-Rock, you don't know how to be listening to your videos. Everybody got 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
And they 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And some people just don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
got
they
you.
feel
I
like
got
it's a
you.
waste of it's like it's a waste of it's the it's the waste of time. Like my old lady was
Hello.
like, why you so invested in that? Because I said I like this stuff. This stuff is I love this shit. That's why I
Well,
do it. But
Funny.
and,
everybody
well, once you figure out how sideways YouTube is, man, because I was talking to a dude back when before I semi-retired, before we were all forced to come out of work because of this coronavirus pandemic. I was talking to this dude, and he was like, so you on YouTube, man? Like, how many subs you got? I said, I got 800. He was like, you're not making no money yet. I said, well, some of my videos are monetized, but I ain't seeing shit. He's like, you ain't going to see shit. I was like, damn, dude, really? He said, man, look, if you ain't got over 500,000 subs, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. So he said, well, what's your end game? I said, well, I really want to do movie reviews and shit because I love Xbox, but it seemed like when you're an pro Xbox dude, our community don't help each other out. See, guys like
let me say
Dealer,
that again.
Uh, no,
guys like
they
Say
guys
that
like
again.
Dealer. Guys like
Say that
Diller,
again.
guys like Randall L4, guys like
They
the
get
dude
help.
he was recently arguing with. Them motherfuckers had help. See,
They
they
get
had
help.
help. They all helped each other out. They were all on BGST. Our community don't help each other out, and it's a smaller YouTubers like Hebot, you gentlemen here on this podcast, Sega Man, Sega Forever. We all shout each other out so that our small audience could go check out what we are all doing, and we all vibing because we all gamers. But these bigger YouTubers that made it, like Rich from Review Tech, uh, 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 fucking Broken Games HD.
And Andrew Jones.
Yeah,
Another
but
one.
they've been on a lot. For one,
But
is
they've been there since
they,
before YouTube
they've
got so
been
big.
they've been in the game way longer before we got in the game. I think I just hitting maybe 5.5, maybe 6 years now. I don't make that type of money. I don't use my. I don't even. If every any money I make off YouTube, that's when you see me giving away. I make a giveaway on Twitter, and I'm
Right.
giving away something. I don't look for this for don't be no. This ain't my retirement plan.
But our channels, I mean, I'm just saying, our channel should have been way bigger, and
It could have been way bigger, but
our
it couldn't be way
community.
bigger when we got blacklisted. When
What
we
we
got labeled,
true.
we
Hmm.
got blacklisted when
Xbox
we got labeled the crumb side.
and
When we
Yeah.
got
Xbox.
labeled the crumb side, that's when we got blacklisted. That's why, because I used to be on everybody's shit.
I
People
remember.
saying
I remember.
people
You
used
was
to have me
everywhere.
on everybody's stuff, but I got blacklisted because I may push somebody the wrong way. I might told somebody I don't give two fucks.
But you know, our community don't help each other out. Like our community, we
Yeah.
That's
don't
why
help
I'm
each
trying
other
to
out.
Man,
go.
let me tell you something.
No offense, no offense. I know that's your boy, but even
Oh,
K Mega, like he rolled with his little clicks. Like we don't help each other out. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Right.
well,
I get what you're
I
saying.
put it this way.
I mean,
I
let me
put it
finish.
this way with him.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. These Instagram models, I seen it. Them bitches help each other out. Them
Yeah,
bitches help
yeah.
each other the fuck out. They, yo, check out my girl's channel.
Even
Check out
though
my girl's channel.
even though
And dig
fans
this.
only
And
girls
dig
do
this.
that.
And dig this. And dig this. One of them Instagram girls ain't got no content and got 1 million subscribers. She ain't got not one video. I swear to God, she ain't got one video. So when I
Yeah.
learned how the algorithm of Instagram, YouTube works, I said, God damn, if we don't help each other out, we're not going to fucking grow.
Yeah,
So
but
I mean,
E-Rock, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you this. E-Rock, I'm gonna preach this
Females
to
got
you.
the cleavage
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah,
That's how
yeah.
they
But
get that,
E-Rock,
bro. It's that sales, bro.
I'm gonna preach the gospel to you. I'm gonna preach the YouTube gospel to you. Quit thinking about them damn subscribers and all that.
oh yeah,
Trust me. I know.
I got up a long time ago, bro.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
ain't
no.
worried about
And
that
I
shit.
tell you this. I tell you, you bring your ass at E3, they hear your voice. People know who the hell you are.
I feel you.
108 Dragons did that. He never knew. This is the first time we went to we went to a Microsoft event,
Mm-hmm.
and people knew who they heard my voice. You know what I'm saying? They heard my voice. Oh, that's Hunted. Like I said, I don't have all the subscribers like everybody, but I'm known in that community who I am. So they hear my voice, and
Right.
I'm hearing people off of Mixer, all this stuff. I get people running up to me, this and this and that, and then it was like, I get people like, "Ain't that 108?" I said, "Yeah, that's 108 Dragons." I said, don't look. I said, that's why I said, when you go do your content, cut them numbers off. Look, don't
I
even
got
look
you.
at them. I know they own, but cut them damn numbers off and just do what you want to do. Because when you do it, because you're flowing and and your mind is free. I know
Hmm.
I know these other dudes that got them. Some of these dudes probably even bought their subscribers. We don't know. We to think about is this how I feel. We wholesome. We ain't never asked nobody for nothing. I ain't never
Hmm.
sit there and ask for no Patreon. I ain't had to do none of that. They eBay for
Like
fun.
all these dudes, man, they shady. And I've been partnered with a lot of them. I met some good dudes. I met some damn good dudes, man, like Microboxer X, Hebot, the Welsh Gamer. But I also met some shady motherfuckers that Hebot told me about, like Mr. Boomstick, like fucking Saltiest Gamer. I mean, and then there's some dudes like, I mean, I just gotta say it. I always have respect for him. Kid Smooth for giving me his start, but I'm just one of many dudes. Kid Smooth has a habit of starting a show, then he'll just drop it. We had a motherfucking successful podcast, bro. We had a successful fucking podcast. We interviewed the
Hmm.
community manager of fucking Titanfall. We had a successful motherfucking podcast. I wrote most of the shows, but it's a thing where Kid Smooth, he got so big, it was like, dude, did it ever occur to you to like help one of us out? he bought Mr. 100. Did it ever fucking occur to you that maybe one of us could be? We got in this shit to be the next Adam Sessler, and then when I saw it was money jumping off, maybe be the next Richmond Review Tech. But it's like these guys, they all rolling they fucking clicks and shit. And there's some dudes that don't even get any fucking shine, like Sega Forever and Sega Man. These guys are gamers. These guys are
Yeah.
They don't
knowledgeable.
get, yeah. The thing about it, it's different when we first started. I remember you can show gameplay. I remember before you can show gameplay on your channel and get hits.
Yeah.
Now, you don't see that.
How did he
People waiting for me to
subs?
people waiting for me to go live. They don't even care about my gameplay no more.
I got you.
They don't even care. I used to throw out gas to talk
changing.
over. I want to go back and talk over gameplay and do stuff like that.
A lot of
I
stuff.
really want to go back to do that. But it's a lot of people. The thing about the world turning to they want to see who got beef with who.
They want to see drama. You know what I'm saying?
They want me to go back. Go attack this person. I don't even care about them people. I talk about a group of individuals now. I don't talk about a single person because that single person is party group them individuals. If it felt like it's them, it's going to be towards them. I actually did this. Baka can laugh at you the other day. I remember One Stop used to be my mortal enemy, right? That's my Lex Luthor. I cannot stand that.
One Stop for chicken.
You know what I'm saying? He never saw a video I did. I came from a funeral and I had a dress shirt on, everything, and I went in on him. He said, I never heard you talk like that in your life. I called him a bunch of mother everything in the world and everything. But see, that's when I helped build that crumb side. But think about it, is I've grown from the crumb side. Just like you say, E-Rock, you want to do movie reviews and all that other stuff. You've grown from what we used to do because what? We're older. We got wiser. You know what I'm saying? He-Bot is showing the action figures and showing the details of the action figures and stuff like that. That means we grown from that. But when people label us, that's when I get mad and that's when I'm ready to slap the shit out of somebody. Like, I'm not.
Listen,
I'm not
that.
be
In the
honest
comment section. Oh, you're an X-Bot. I'll be like, even on 51, I'm like, nigga, you don't know me. You ain't been here since this ride started in 2015. Like, there's other videos in here besides Xbox shit. I talk about Zack Snyder. I talk about the fucking movies. I do movie reviews. Like, so all you seen was an Xbox video. You coming in here with your bullshit, man? Blocked.
Yeah,
guys,
but see, that's what they see.
Even the bigger YouTubers than us are considered the crumb side.
Yeah.
The Bonds and all that, they consider the crumb side too.
But thing about it is they don't come.
Big streamers, they not looking at them.
Like, bother. You see, they don't come bother the real people no more. Bond don't come bother me. He bought is always the corporate slave. He always get a corporate slave award. He won.
Wow.
He won it one year. I ain't never got either.
You won an award 1 year?
I won it.
Oh man, you the man, nigga. I was on there though.
I ain't never.
That's how I say you made it when you on there.
Because he know I'm gonna give him that funk. He know I'm crazy. I'm gonna smoke you. Like I said, so just and I even shoot out. I said, damn, I ain't make the corporate state.
He about won the award. You beat next gen in them, nigga. Like, come on, son. Crappy.
He beat everyone.
You beat all of those.
Even without subs. That's right.
Even without subs, you beat.
I put this way: Livewire don't have more subscribers than I got. He part of the corporate slave awards every year. Like I said, it don't matter.
Yeah, but that's sad. If nobody's getting at those, I never thought of that. Like, nobody's even paying mind to them. If they doing that, then that means they watching your shit.
Yeah.
That means they fans.
So who's really winning? So who's really winning? If they're taking the time to watch my old ass, right? That I'm so grandy and I'm so corny, but yet they can't even fuck with me on my level. So who's winning? Yeah. I'm winning because I'm still in their fucking mind. And they dick pulling me. You see what I'm saying? So I'm winning. It's all good. Let me keep winning.
At E3, he said this. And it was generalized, right? And a couple of people took it to heart. He said in general. He said, you guys need to come out here for E3 to experience this stuff. It's different from TV if you can, this and this and that. And some of y'all over there being frauds, quit being frauds and this and that. We got attacked like hair grease. know what I'm saying? We got tech like roaches. You know what I'm saying? We got it. I'm talking about I'm driving to someone else's house to go party some more. And I ain't never got tech this
He
way.
said
I'm
party
getting
some
tech.
more.
I'm gonna party some more. I'm
That
talking about
angry?
we when we party, we don't come home until like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Mm.
I'm sitting here like, Jesus, what is going on? But a certain individual sit there and they took it that was for them. But I'm like, I had to sit there and like, if that was meant for you, that was meant for you. It wasn't no name said. It was talking in general. It was a general talk. I would have said the same shit.
Guilty conscience has no accuser.
Yeah. So if you feel that way, you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You know, even though you still using my image on some of your stuff and all that other
Hmm.
stuff, you see what I do. I turned the other way because you know I got bigger and better things. You know,
We've evolved.
That's how it sounds when ponies getting near.
We've evolved.
I'll tell
Yo,
you
well,
this.
y'all talking about the SSD before I kept hearing SSD talk, but I cut off. What happened?
You wanna know why? That's that new. That's that new. Me and E-Rock. E-Rock got the joke when I said that. The SSD. That's that
That's
new.
the new secret sauce.
That's the secret salsa, papi. Aye,
Chichacha. SSD was on the Xbox Elite bundle, fat version.
brother. I'm gonna tell you like
Remember?
this. You see a lot.
It's
Yeah,
a, it's a,
definitely.
it's a loading solution. Well, what happened? What people are trying to sell it as?
Oh, what the SSD? Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. What they trying to?
that
They
makes the
they
car
try
more
to
powerful.
they try to yeah they try to sell it as something that's going to mitigate the PS5 being 2 to 3 teraflops less powerful than the Xbox Series X. Somehow the SSD is going to mitigate all that power.
Oh man,
Oh well, I know all the numbers. The numbers is the Xbox is 12, the PS4
yeah, they got him. They say he know the
Damn,
numbers. Get him,
he got him.
got him.
Yo, he about the output. They got him. He said, "No, you ain't telling them shit."
Yeah,
Click.
you ain't telling me shit. Got him. Yo, they snatched my boy
Oh, man.
right off the channel. You caught that, E-Rock. Right off the channel,
Wow.
fast, ASAP.
back.
They said, "No, you
Back.
ain't getting started." But
Nah,
click.
I'm back. I'm back.
Yap, boy. Yap,
I'm back.
yap, my
The
boy.
S. The, first of all, the teraflops is 12.3 to 9.7. If they use it with the frequency, variable frequency, is supposed to go up to 10.3 on the PS5, right? But the biggest difference is that people need to understand is that the CPU and the Series X has uh 56 CUs
See you.
running at 100.89 hertz of speed, all of them, but it's locked speed, right? The PS4 CPU only has 36. It's a 20 different CU count, but the ones that are running are supposedly running at a higher speed, with of 5 hertz faster, which is 2 point. I think it's 2.5 or something like that. It's like a difference of 5 hertz or something like that. So they're trying to negate that 56 CUs, which is 20 more than what the PS5 has, at a locked megahertz speed, right? Or frequency speed, is better than less running at variable speeds or at a little bit faster speed. And the reason why they're a little bit faster is because they're trying to make up for the less CUs. You understand? Plus, it's using a custom RDNA2 chipset as opposed to the Xbox that has a real built-in RDNA2. And also the Xbox Series X has built-in ray tracing, a chip. It's called accelerating ray tracing, built in into the hardware, which working in conjunction with the CPU and GPU, it's an equivalent of the power of 24 teraflops as opposed to just 12, because the ray tracing chip alone does the work of up to 12 teraflops by itself, just for that type of tech. Not only that, it also has built-in Dolby Atmos 4K sound, a chip dedicated just for that as well. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Which the PS4 doesn't. It's using a Tempest sound that was created a while back with companies like Bose, and they're using games like Kane and Lynch and Hellblade, and people think that's like this new thing where you could just basically mimic 4K sound or something similar to it, kind of like the Lumen technology in the Unreal Engine uh, demo that is supposed to be doing like a mimicking, you know, mimicking what ray tracing can do, but to a lower degree by cheating and using some certain tools and techniques that's built into the engine so that they can use it for lesser hardware like the Switch, because it even works on the Switch. Okay. And that's why they did that, because they knew that they were going to have games that they would have to bring over to other consoles that are least power or less powerful, that are not going to be able to handle the true power of Unreal running on the real dedicated hardware that it's built on. So they have to figure out other, alternatives and solutions to get these games to run, even though they'll be downscaled significantly, so that they can run somewhat okay on the lesser hardware. But that's basically what's going on. SSDs just so that it'll speed up, because the SSD on the PS4 is supposed to be a little bit faster, right? Based on what they're saying, right? But it's variable frequencies. Again, it's based on the developer, how fast he wants to load in the geometry of the assets of the game in real time based off what is available there. It goes up to 2 point something, but it's not locked. You understand? On the Xbox, it's locked, but they also have the expendable solution with the cards, where you can use the cards to add more, and it could feed off the card and basically run more terabytes or gigabytes, right, of information with the SSD card chip and what's already built in the hardware. Okay.
And it's still not going to, and it's still not going to mitigate the it's still not going to mitigate the horsepower. Do you people even understand that 12 teraflops, that's the fucking GPU. That's the graphics
Yeah,
processing
plus
unit.
plus the C. Yeah,
That's
no,
madness. That's
the central
madness.
processor. Yeah,
That's
plus it has
madness.
also it has faster broadband. The Xbox Series X is 365, I think, and the PS5 is 230 something. The bandwidth, power, and speed on the X is like 120 more than the PS5 as well. And bandwidth processing is it's very important, because it helps alleviate heating issues. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, it has a built-in cooling
Yeah.
chamber to avoid heating. Plus, it has the built-in fan to avoid heating, which the PS5 doesn't even have a solution yet. They only have a freaking, what you call it, a blueprint that they patented of what they want it to be like, and they haven't even really broken down on what it is. That's why they haven't shown the console, because it's not even ready yet.
There is
That's
no
the real.
PlayStation 5.
But we
That's
do
the
got
real reason.
we got comments, guys.
Hmm.
Okay, Dakota Vodka said 4 to 5 T flop difference. The PS5 is an overclocked 9.3. Also put
It's like 2.5 T flops difference, but still, that's not the only thing. It has bandwidth a lot faster, more CUs. It has lock speeds on the CUs. It's not variable. Same thing with the SSD. So it's a lot of things that make up for any indiscrepancies in speed that it could do on any SSD or anything like that. So SSD is just for speed. It's just so that you don't see pop-ups, no loading screen. So when you play those open world games, it doesn't. You don't see it bump map. Everything's there. All the textures are there, all in real time, because it loads it in real time when you're playing open world games. That's what makes them demanding, because it's doing it within frames of seconds. You understand? And that's how it has to load it in. But that's not going to make the graphics look pretty. It's not going to give you 8K textures and shit like that. No, that doesn't do that. What does that is the processing power of the console. Plus, they never confirmed that it's real RDNA 1, I mean 2 in there. They said it's custom RDNA 2, like it's something that is close to it but not exact, as opposed to the Xbox. It is an RDNA 2. You understand? It was made specifically for that way,
the
which is
Series
not even available on PC yet.
A Series X is built tracing makes it almost 24 T flops. We do
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
sync talking about Luminen is garbage next to ray tracing, and I'm letting all the ponies know.
Same thing like Tempest Sound is garbage next to 4K sound.
The other Zinc said that Sony SSD ain't bleep. I'm gonna have to leave it like that. Right? It isn't. That RAM is a killer. Other Zinc is on a roll right now. Sony does have a solution. It's a fire extinguisher in the PS5 too. My
Oh,
brother is going. Other Zinc, you just had your shine right now because you done gunned down the PlayStation fanboys right now. You might just get death
yeah.
threats.
No, but D, here's the thing. It's like E-Rock said earlier, right? It's like E-Rock, and I think even Hunter was talking about it earlier. These people, right? They think that we just spewing out information or saying things out of hate, right? When the reality, all we're doing is trying to correct the false information that's being spread on a regular by the YouTubers and influencers or even people on social media that just worry about the clickbaits and worry about the sub counts because they're already made by YouTube, meaning they're not gamers and came from the culture. They were made by the fandom that they got on YouTube, and that's what they rely on. So if they don't make money, we don't, and they don't get those subs and those views, they're not going to make money. A lot of them probably don't even have a job anymore. They only rely on YouTube. So they have to do that on purpose instead of building their crowd and their audience being real, like people like E Rock and Sega Man and Sega Forever and myself and Ghost and 100 and even Tuck when he was on YouTube himself. That you just built it based on the love for the culture and the understanding of what it was and how long, how far it's come. It wasn't about becoming a star or being like I don't want the people looking at me. Oh yeah, look, it's
What?
Oh, they're cutting.
They got him.
Man.
They got him. Yo, but E-Rock, until he about come back, I just want to say, man, in June, PlayStation is supposed to have that event. What games you think PlayStation might show? You think they might show any exclusives?
I have no idea, man. I'm being honest. I have no idea because I swear to God, I don't follow anything they're doing over there. But I mean, I can tell you this much: with Sony, believe half of what you hear and none of what you see. So I mean, I have no idea what they're going to show, man. I don't. I mean, if they don't even have a box ready, like who knows what they're going to show? But like I said before, man, I mean, at this point, does it matter? I mean, I hate to sound like such a dickhead, but we have data on these Sony fanboys now. We have decades of data. They can show a drawing of a ninja and say that that's a game coming out in 2036, and they'll hype it up. Oh, take that Xbox. See, look at that. It's the same shit over and over again. So Sony really ain't got to show anything because when you have a built-in audience that's already bought into your bullshit, they're going to keep coming back. So they can probably show anything. I mean, I'm quite sure you might see a return of Drake from Uncharted. I mean, who knows what these guys are going to show? But it'll get hyped up. The Twitter will be on fire, and I don't know, man. At this point, it's like the Sony fanboys and the Sony gaming community is like a show that you can watch. It's like Survivor. Like, how many more seasons of this bullshit is it going to be? that's how I feel at this point. Like, how many more seasons of this shit is it going? You understand what I'm saying?
For me, E-Rock, and I don't know. I know Tuck's probably he in here, but he listening.
I'm still here.
You want to shine in, Tuck? You want to shine in?
Okay, well, for them ones like this, okay. Right now, they're gonna have to show something. I don't know what it is. They gotta show something because I know Xbox kind of laid their cards out there a little bit, and Xbox got two more shows coming up. One coming up in June, another one coming in July. So they're gonna have to do something. The one thing for damn sure, if you don't come out with no new game with a new system, you can't turn around and up beef the last of us two and goes to the Shima, which I think that's what they're gonna do.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
I think that's what they're gonna do if they don't show anything. But I do know one thing. I heard about something about Silent Hill, which I don't know. I think it's gonna be like another reboot or something like that, or something like that. man, I'm tired of. At this point in time, a reboot
Uh,
don't mean to me. Um, but I will tell you this:
What was the
uh,
last thing you guys heard?
they're gonna have to do something. I don't know what it is, but they're gonna have to do something because right now Microsoft is on their behind right now. And let's be truthful, fellas. That's the reason why Xbox bought how many new studios?
Xbox bought about
Seven. Seven.
They bought how many new studios they bought?
Seven.
but we
They
got
bought
like 13 of them bad boys or 14 maybe. And we're
okay,
supposed
they
to get
bought
another one.
okay, they
They
bought
bought.
all the
Can
new
you guys
studios.
hear me? They bought seven.
Yeah, if
Okay,
anybody knows, it's T-Bot.
and this is what I tell people. And this is what I tell people. If you think that this generation is gonna get done like the last generation, that's the reason why Xbox bought all the studios that they need.
Exactly.
Because the thing about it is, they don't have to worry about cancellations. They don't have to worry about getting other parties to go out there and build their game and they renege and all that stuff. They don't have. I mean, they can do it themselves. So, in other words, hey,
That's right.
Xbox is all over this generation,
No
all
more of
over
that
this
bullshit with
generation,
like with Scalebound.
and whatever. Yeah, like Scalebound. I mean, they got rooked over that one real fast. I think they still recouping still over some of that money.
Oh
Like,
no, no, no.
but
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
what it is, fellas, and that's the reason why they bought them studios. So,
Yeah.
whenever Sony did like they did this generation, come out with they big party stuff late. That's when we're gonna come to this doggone thing about you
What?
know,
What happened?
Xbox
What
don't have
happened?
no games. No, we got plenty of games.
We've had games all generation long that we
But
haven't
that's what
had
I'm saying.
Hold on.
we haven't had triple A games all throughout the generation because Microsoft did not have the advantage that Sony had,
Who
which
said
was
that?
Hold on, guys.
So what
Go ahead,
advantage do
Chuck.
they have?
Go
well,
ahead.
hold on. I'll
Yeah,
break it down. I'll explain to you.
To
I'll
me, they
explain to you.
didn't have no advantage at all. Besides late in the
Well,
generation.
I'm gonna explain to you. I'm gonna explain to you. Go ahead, Tuck. Finish.
I mean, besides the late part of the generation, they might got it, but in the early part of the generation, they didn't have nothing. They didn't have
Hmm.
a doggone thing out.
No, no, but that's how they are every generation. The reason why Microsoft couldn't have bigger AAA titles, in bigger abundance, right? Because they had them. We had Gears 5, we had Halo 5,
Yes,
Right,
we had a
right.
bunch of
since
new
since,
IPs.
20, since 2013, Microsoft came out the gate swinging,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Sony didn't have shit until 2016 with Uncharted 4. And these
Hmm.
motherfuckers, there's this dude that comes in my not to cut you off, Hebot. Is this dude that comes in
No,
my
no, no.
channel named Unlimited Production? He did a list of all the Triple A's and all the
Oh
games
yeah,
versus
yeah. That's
Sony.
that's
Yeah,
that's Judzilla on Twitter.
our list is staggering when you count up all of the shit
Yeah,
he got.
yeah.
Our list is
Yeah, yeah. There's a
staggering.
lot more. There's a lot more exclusives on Xbox than people actually know and think. And the difference between the Xbox exclusives and the Sony's exclusives is that most of the exclusives, like 95% of them or 90%, were paid and funded and published by Microsoft. They weren't
Hmm.
handouts. Okay,
Yeah.
they're there because Microsoft invested in the IP, either in the studio or they helped them in some way, shape, or form. Titanfall,
Right.
Tomb Raider 2, Rise of the
Hmm.
Tomb Raider, another
Hmm.
example.
Hmm.
Dead Rising 3, another example. Max Curse of the Brotherhood, another example. These are
Cuphead,
all Cuphead, Ori, all the even Super Lucky Tales. They made the
Quantum
game,
Break, Son of
Quantum
Rome.
Break,
We could Sunset Overdrive. How much
Sunset
time?
Overdrive, Loco Drive,
How,
Loco Cycle, Crimson
how,
Dragon,
how much time we got?
Wells, Arizona.
State of
Yeah, yeah,
Decay.
yeah, but what I was trying to say is the reason why we had triple A caliber, right? Because we even had Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Halo Wars through, 2. We've had, obviously Crackdown 3, Ori 2. We've had games throughout the whole generation. Obviously, some years heavier than others. But the main reason why we haven't had AAA like Gears of War style or Halo style AAA is because Microsoft didn't have the advantage that Sony had, and that advantage is they weren't able to sit down and enjoy their laurels. Right? Sony's entire generation has been they're great, they're amazing, they do nothing wrong. Even though 3 months
Mm-hmm.
after Microsoft made the presentation of Xbox, right, as we all know, Yoshida himself came out and said, "We took out the camera after we saw the backlash that they got with their showcasing of the Xbox One. We were going to do the same thing, and the PS4 was going to be the same price, but we changed it at last minute because we saw the backlash." That is exactly what Yoshida himself said, and it came out about 3 months later, but nobody talked about it. Nobody made it an issue. Yet
Of
you saw
course not.
articles. Yet you saw articles, Erock, of why the brick is so big on the Xbox One power cable. When the brick was
Mm-hmm.
designed so that if there's any any which we know there's people we know that learned the hard way, that if there was any blackouts because of a bad storm or in your neighborhood or because it was too hot or whatever, that power brick protects the power surge inside
Yeah.
the console from burning, and all you would
Mm-hmm.
have to do is just change the actual power cord black brick and not the actual console. It wouldn't damage your console. But now, since it's built in, people have had blackouts where burnt it inside because it's built in, and that is the reason why Microsoft did it that way. But because they listened and put it inside, well, now fuck you. You got to learn the hard way.
Yep.
You want it? Okay, we'll give it. It's kind of like the battery effect that everybody keeps arguing about the battery with the controller, right? The controller, when the battery gets ruined after you buy a rechargeable, all you do is buy a brand new battery. With the PS4, a lot of the controllers, especially, I don't know why, especially in the PS3 era, if you don't use them and they collect dust, it burns out the inside because they don't have a real built-in motherboard inside the controller. It's a board, but it has like a plastic type of covering on top with the circuits on it, so it melts and burns easily. So when you don't have it in use, or if it collects dust, or if it's in a place that might be too hot and you don't realize it's ruined. You literally will not use the controller. When you go play it, the controllers don't work. Either they don't turn on, the analog shift, the power buttons don't work, they keep acting crazy, like it has like narcolepsy or something, or some crazy ass, you know, like Tourette's or something. It won't act right, and that's why I tell people that for an average consumer, a controller with a built-in, a built-in battery is not good and ideal because they can't open the controller and change it and know what to do, what battery to buy. A person like me that knows tech, I could do that. It's easy for me, no problem. But with the Xbox, One, having the controllers since the 360 era with the battery, it's a lot easier for the average consumer because the casuals is what dominates the numbers of sales, and obviously,
That's right.
in gaming as a whole. It's the average consumer that buys the most, and they have to worry about the most because they outweigh us, the hardcore. So to get to the point and finish the point, the reason why Sony had didn't have to worry about it, had that advantage because all they did was sat back while people like, Colin Moriarty, and people from IGN, and people from Kotaku, and people from Game Report, and people from Push Square, whatever the fuck they're called, people from what culture, people from GameSpot, people from Giant Bomb, and yeah, I'm mentioning all these guys because these guys are all Sony centric and Nintendo centric.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care what nobody fucking
yeah.
says.
I
Even
seen
people
them.
like
Yeah,
people like Angry Joe, and people that was 360, and then all of a sudden this generation he wasn't 360 anymore because he's a fucking flip flopper because all he worried about was his view count, and I don't give a fuck. He's Puerto
exactly,
Rican. I'm
exactly,
Puerto Rican. He can
exactly,
eat my ass. He's a fucking fraud. Okay, he's
exactly.
fake as fuck. Okay, and he did it because all he was worrying about was keeping his click count high. Okay, even Rich Review Tech did it to a certain extent, and then he wised up and started doing it in a way where he was talking more about the tech part and not just throwing shade and trying to be positive, and he kind of got away with it. But even he was doing it at one point. Okay. So anyway, they didn't have to worry about, well, damn, What are we gonna do if all our games keep looking 900p and all they talk about is that they're only 720p or that they're dynamic resolution or that the frame rates keep dropping and that the console's not powerful enough? They didn't have to worry about that. No, because Sony, the game could have been 1080p and running at 12 frames and it was beautiful. It was
Mm-hmm.
fantastic until the Series X came out. When the Series X came out, now resolution didn't matter, right? HDR, which is brand new technology, and everybody in the industry, in the movie industry, all around the world that has to do with entertainment and visual effects is praising it, and everybody in the gaming community and the Sony side is like, it's not important. That's not important. Of course not, because you don't know what it's like. You don't have it. You didn't experience it. You don't know what real HDR looks like, right? Then then they were like, oh well, 60 frames. It's not about the frames. It doesn't matter. Even though the whole gaming industry was built and created around 60 frames, because those frames have to run that way for your eyes. Because if your eyes don't have the right frame rate running and balancing in the correct way, that's when you get nauseous and start to feel like you want to throw up. You ever played a game that makes you feel like you want to throw up? That's the reason why. Because the frame rate's not stable. Okay, and because the frame rate is not good enough for what you're doing and how you're moving in that frame, in those images in the screen, because your eyes can't keep up with them because they're moving at different frames, and that's why it gives your equilibrium fucked up and makes you nauseous. Okay, and no, I'm not trying to be a doctor. Look it up. Okay, it's all public record. Okay, so that's why it does that. So when games were created, right from the very beginning with Pong, it was all done in 60 frames per second. It's the reason why VR is not a viable option right now unless you go for the more expensive one, because it needs to run 60 frames per eye or 120 frames per unit in order for it to give you a sustainable experience, right? So no frame rate was an issue, right? But yet I remember Assassin's Creed Unity, even though it was 1080p, right? It was like 12 or 19 frames on the PS4. Meanwhile, on the Xbox One X Fat, right, or One Fat, it was 900p, yes, with upscaling, right, but it was running at 30 frames almost locked. It dipped to like 27 and 28, but it was running well, right? Same thing with Witcher. Witcher at one point was running 900p at like 47 frames unlocked on the Xbox One, right? On the PS4, it was like 18, 19, and they kept patching it. They did like 19 patches for it, and until they didn't run better on the PS4, and then it got fucked up on the Xbox One. Nobody was happy. Nobody stood quiet. They didn't have to worry about changing the power brick. They didn't have to worry about changing the size of the console because they made that into an issue. It looks like a VCR. Look at this thing. Even though the PS3 looked like a motherfucking back of a goddamn doom buggy and shit. It was huge, right? And nobody cared about that then, right?
Was the
Okay, so but the Xbox, oh my God, look, it looks like a DPR. They had to worry about the size, so Microsoft handled that. Here's the Xbox S, right? Then, oh, you want power? Okay, no problem. Here's the X. Now you have power, even though the regular fat S Xbox One still ran games in 1080p at 60 frames. Till this day, not one PS4 game does that on the vanilla PS4. Not one, with the exception of basketball. But every sports game runs that frame on all consoles, even on the goddamn Nintendo Wii. Okay? Because they're not demanding. All right? Because it's a static image in one area, and all you see is the players moving. Anyway, so they handled that. Then what they do? They added FreeSync for the computer geeks, right? For their monitors. Then what they do? They added the ability for people that are disabled to come in and play with the adaptive controller. Then what they did for the pro elite players complaining that they wanted a more controller that felt more premium, they did an elite, right? Twice in one generation. Then what happened? Oh, you guys want the best sound? You know what? We're going to give you 4K, but we're going to give you 4K not only with HDR, but we're going to give you 4K with 4K surround sound Dolby Atmos right out the box with the 4K player on the S, mind you,
yeah,
not the X, not the X, the S, mind you. For less than $250, you were able to get a real 4K experience with a player, the sound, and even in the games. Even though were smaller games in the S, but with the X, you had the full blown thing. They gave it to you in this generation, and nobody wanted to talk about 4K TV. I don't need a 4K TV. It's expensive. Yet you go to fucking goddamn Walmart and you see a very viable goddamn monitor and 4K TV for like $500. Talk about you can't afford that shit when you make like a 6-figure income, you dumb fucking twats. Get the fuck out my face with that shit. Then now because the PS5 is we're gonna introduce 4K gaming. You see fucking Digital Foundry do a motherfucking video about 4K TVs for the PlayStation 5 that are gonna be amazing, so you can see the greatest experiences on your games. All of a sudden, when 4K for us is old
It's the
news.
media. Yeah,
Now,
it is.
now we're talking about fucking 8K possibly. Okay, we don't even talk about 4K no more. Okay, that's how much we already had it. Okay, but yet no. Look. You can keep eating a cock all you want. Okay, you're not gonna force feed something I don't like, no matter what you say. I'm a man with my own mind, and nobody controls me, just like all the guys in this panel. Okay, and that's why we get along so well, and that's why people hate us. Okay, that's what we have in common. We get along because we have our own mentality, and people don't like us because we don't give a shit what they like about us or not. Okay, you see how that works? So you can say what you want to say and talk about all you want to talk all the time, but Microsoft have been ahead of the curve this entire generation. The only reason we have
Hell
more
yeah.
AAA games,
Hell yeah.
the only reason we have no more AAA games is because they had to concentrate on restructuring and rebuilding. We don't want Connect. I forgot about the Connect shit.
Mhm.
Even though everybody and their fucking mother is streaming now right off the box, and you still had to buy a separate in the PlayStation to stream off the PlayStation. We had a real camera,
That shit was
real high
bad.
resolution, because the Connect is 1080p. It wasn't 420 or 480 like the fucking PlayStation camera. And also, you can render right off the box. We don't want Connect. They had to restructure a whole year just to fix that and implement it so that you could have it without the Connect. Fine, they did that too. Then backwards compare. We're gonna salvage your fucking goddamn games from all your other generations. You could play it on their own one box, and now you can play it either with 4K enhancements. And the X is supposedly gonna fix frame rates of games that have locked frame rate from 30 to 60, and give every game that didn't even have HDR implementation automatically have HDR in the game as well. Okay, and you guys want to sit there and talk about SSDs for loading solutions when they had that on the Xbox One Fat? Also, are you fucking stupid? Listen, say what you want to say.
But
AAA games, yeah.
I'm gonna
Huh?
tell you this, brother. You just went through all the years of what's been going on and why it damaged Microsoft. Do you remember when they used to say, "Oh, y'all playing the TV box"? Then it comes out of
Mm-hmm.
nowhere and
And
PlayStation
Sony
gets
had two seasons of fucking power.
yeah, exactly. And guess what?
I
Digital
know.
Foundry and IGN and all, not Digital Foundry, but IGN and everybody. Oh, look, PlayStation got TV. We had that.
Meanwhile, Microsoft was lining up fucking shows for Rise on the Rome, Quantum Break, even Forza, for
Yes,
Christ's sake.
we had
That were
that.
probably going to be hot as fuck for Halo, and still to this day they haven't been able to do shit because they got that
Every,
stigma. Microsoft is just about entertainment; they're not about games.
look,
Yet they still have 2 seasons of power
it's,
on their waist, and we don't have nothing.
what
Okay?
we say like this. What was the downfall is the fans, not the fans, us Xbox fans, meaning
Mm-hmm.
the PlayStation fans. They are in these bigger websites, these IGNs, these this and that. They the
Mm-hmm.
ones that took down
The
Microsoft.
Colin McGregors
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck they
on with
call.
the award, the gaming
You know,
award.
Colin,
He's in the video, and people
Moriarty or whatever. Yeah,
listen,
them niggas. Yeah.
when we all
So
were saying that it was biased, it's plain as day. When you see a guy in a video game award, it's his award. And when PlayStation in the beginning didn't have really the games, and Microsoft was getting Titanfalls,
Yeah,
or
they had Rezo Gun.
we
It's called
wasn't
Rezo Gun.
getting no awards.
And Knack. It's
PlayStation
called
award.
Rezo Gun and Knack.
How do a
Yeah.
car soccer game, soccer cars, or whatever you want to call that game, beat
Mm-hmm.
Forza on a car? It don't make no sense.
Yeah.
It didn't make no
no,
sense. You buy
because
yeah.
it brought engagement for the first time. You crazy? You kidding me?
That
Again, mad people
make
playing
no
it.
sense. But I guarantee you, if Gran Turismo would have been in the opposite side of that,
Right.
Turismo would have won. You
Would have
get
been
what I'm
awesome. Yeah,
saying?
of course, it
And
would
when
have
you
won.
look at the dude, they say he's a journalist. It's his game awards. And when you really look at it, he's in a fucking PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. Like when you look at IGNs and them, Microsoft has been ahead of the game on a lot of things. And look, right now these PlayStation fans are getting hyped. oh, we're gonna get backwards compatibility.
Yeah. Even
Right?
though they said it's for few games,
Yeah.
not all because it's too hard to do.
But check it, check it. They didn't like backwards compatibility. They laughed at
We
us.
don't play old
Yeah,
games.
We don't play old games.
No,
We
they
have
want to play old games. They want to pay for
exactly.
old games to play them again.
Now
Hey y'all, hey y'all,
they
hey
probably
y'all.
going
See,
crazy. Yeah,
this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. See, all three of y'all have education values, okay? I'm trying to teach them about education, okay? Now, y'all know how I am. I come out with the straight truth. They don't understand education. You get it? They don't understand that. So
No.
get a lost cause, he bought. You know, all these Sony ponies. They don't understand none of that crap.
it's
They
true.
understand one doggone thing. They understand that the Sony ponies is just a pony, and that's it. That's what they understand.
Yo, they remind me of that dude, bro. They remind me of that dude riding. He was riding a pony. That dude that came out the closet. What's his name? That he had everybody going. I got the roaches on the left, and then on the right. Riding something else. Talking about
You
riding that
know,
race, but we
you
don't do
know,
that over here.
yeah.
We don't rock out like that. But before
Iraq knows. Iraq knows.
Rock,
See,
before
y'all,
I don't
see,
mean
y'all, what this show is all about. This is all about education. Okay?
let me tell you something.
But ain't that
Education.
many people got common sense? Ain't that many people got no sense at all? So
Right.
you just gotta just tell them straight out how it is. I
This is
mean,
the thing. They're
this
not
show is
gonna.
all
They're not
about
gonna listen.
hey, but let me tell you right now, Ghost Rider.
Mhm.
This show is all about education, y'all. Basically, what it's all about is education. And if you want the real news and the real truth about everything that's going on, these group of guys that are here with Bone and Intermediate Gaming, we're gonna teach you the truth. We're not about to tell you no lie. We're about to tell you the truth. So don't go around and listen to these other YouTubers
I'm,
like Crap Gamer because he's a piece of crap.
he
That's
don't
what
think.
he's just a clickbaiter, y'all.
Listen, to catch these YouTubers out there is easy. We've been playing in 4K, 60 frames. PlayStation's been playing in 1440p, 30 frames, or trying to get to 60 frames. Now that they're gonna get the greatness of this generation coming up, PlayStation 5, it's gonna finally hit 4K and get the greatness we already had. We already been playing in 4K. We've been doing this already. That's why, like, it's not nothing new to us, but it's something new to
Yeah.
them, and they running with that right now. Oh yeah, because they didn't really have that. I feel sorry for
Well,
them.
that's how it was with Iraq. Tell them that's how it was with the OG Xbox, wasn't it, Iraq?
They
Yep.
The OG
finally
Xbox
start
did,
getting
they did 1080p, right? Goes the OG
Yeah.
Xbox did 1080p, right? 1080p back then, 1080i, 1080i, right? And we had that real Dolby surround at that point, right?
Yep.
Which Sony only had progressive scan, and they had surround sound still, right? And motherfuckers like, oh, it ain't better. Look at the games; they way better. They didn't even know what that shit was, and they were arguing back then like it wasn't better. I had no idea, no clue. This ain't new. This thing, let's go back as far as the OG. E-Rock will tell you.
Yeah, man.
E-Rock will fucking tell you that's how it was with OG.
shout outs to
Go
Cyber.
ahead, Ghost.
Oh yeah. What I was trying to say is, bot man. Shout outs to Cyberwolf and Big
Yes,
Ed.
sir.
What I'm trying to say is this, man. But we're gonna end it here, guys, and y'all say whatever you're gonna have to say. This will be the last topic, but I'm glad you went off, Hebot, and finally, when they listen to this podcast, they're gonna understand throughout the years of the frustration that Microsoft had to go through, and a lot of us trying to tell people like, yo, listen, we was gaming in 4K. I'm gonna take it back a little bit to what Hebot was saying. When they was talking about that 1080p 30 frames, man, look, I'm gonna keep it real. Iron Wolf did a video that had me laughing and rolling because we used to troll these. We're not trolling, but we was hitting them with facts, and Iron Wolf was hitting them facts. He said, Infamous Second Son, 1080p, 30 frames per second. He started naming everything, and a lot of their games was really 1080p, 30 frames per
And
second.
that game wasn't even 1080p either.
Yeah,
Infamous
yeah,
Second Son.
exactly. That's what I'm trying to
Neither
say.
was Killzone.
The Killzone wasn't even that. They got sued online on their multi. Also, yeah, that's
Don't tell
facts.
nobody.
But yeah, you know how it is. They not when you throw things like that, they try to, God of
Mhm.
War. They're gonna try to bring up Spider-Man God of War. They don't know nothing about that though. They forget about all of that. Another thing, the game, the Order 1886 was really running 800p, 30 frames per second, and they try to say in the box 1080p, but they got called out for that. But at the end of the day, Microsoft back then we had Halo was doing a 1080p, 60 frames per second. Forza was doing 1080p, 60 frames per second. Do you see the difference there? We was getting 60 frames. We was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the resolution on the 1080p, but our big main exclusives, we had that next generation.
Yeah, we
Why
had
they
it.
had 30
Yeah.
frames? Like that's what I didn't understand. And now
Mhm.
that even now with God of War, it's doing 30 frames per second. It's not doing
Mhm.
60 frames. They supposed to have they're 4K. Like
And God of War is like
the box
1600p or
tells
some
you,
shit like
and
that. Yeah.
what people don't realize is this: it's forced advertisement. Them Japanese
Yeah.
niggas is doing your dirty. They stroking your crazy. Like it's telling you it's 4K on the box, and it's really doing 1440p, bro. You're getting dicked. Excuse my language.
It's like they fucking
Generation
your wife
over.
right in front of you. It's like they
Exactly,
fucking your
son.
wife
Like
right. It's like they're fucking your wife right in front of you, and trying to tell you, "No, I'm not fucking your wife. That's not me. You seeing things."
bruh, their games. If you really look at it, they try to say, "Oh, but what games?" Their favorite thing was this. What games did they utilize the power of the X? When
Hmm.
Sony came out, with the Pro, they came out and they utilized it. And you see with Horizon Zero Dawn, bruh, when they first came out with that console, they ain't had shit to show. They showed you a demo of Spider-Man, things of Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, and all that. And when you really come to find out, when they was trying to say it was in 4K, it was running 1080p, bro. 30
Right.
frames
Right.
per second, bruh. They was
Hmm.
lying, but everybody praised Mark Cerny. The dude looked like a weirdo, man. Go back and look at Mishima. They got a different name to them. They exposed them. Literally the same freaking day they did that. They got
The
exposed.
PS5 will have an
Yeah,
SSD
they,
solution.
yeah, he's a liar. This dude is the same
No
guy,
way,
the
bro.
same guy on that show that said that the PlayStation does 18
You can
flops.
split.
Come
Yeah,
on,
you can split.
like
You can split the 4 teraflops into 8.6 teraflops.
that's the thing that I don't understand, guys. Like, yeah, Microsoft messed up during certain things. I want to say messed up. They didn't have the funds, and certain studios, Japanese people, playing them games. It is what it is. Look at it again. You never notice these Japanese developers be screwing Microsoft with 700p games, 720
Hmm.
when they could really do 900p. And it's so
But
much.
yeah, when they do games exclusive for like the Sony PlayStation
Yeah,
or even
PlayStation. Oh,
Nintendo,
it's gonna be 1080.
everything goes smooth sailing. Have you heard anybody talking shit about Final Fantasy 15? No, because it's a
Yo,
year exclusive. Yeah,
bro.
yeah, not one peep.
What gets me mad, it's not even mad. It's that, come on, man. Nobody sees this. Like the biasism that's been going on with the media. Like everything is PlayStation this, PlayStation that. Yo, Microsoft was doing that. How the
Yeah,
hell does PlayStation copy Microsoft and they
they're
get
late to the
praise for
party.
it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're late to the party.
I never got that. That's why I used to bug out.
Thanks
Like,
for
yo, what's
finding
going
please
on here, man? Like, we getting 4K stuff with Blu-ray, true Blu-ray. They get fake bootleg and they get praised for it. I'm like,
beautiful.
I don't get it. And these fanboys out there on Twitter is bugging. That's why I said, do God of War and a game of Spider. Nobody liked this Spider-Man, bro. I
Ever.
checked part one, part two. They came out. I have the game there. It came out for PlayStation and Xbox. Didn't even sell crazy like that until it became a PlayStation exclusive. Now everybody's a Spider-Man fan. Like, come on. Like, literally, come on. Cut the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, cut. That's what bugs me out, guys. And I'm just wanted to go down memory lane and help Hebot out because there was so much going on back then. Like the stuff we was getting was really doing 60 frames. Still, if you look at Red Dead Redemption, it's curve stomping the shit out of the Pro. If you look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Metroid, it's curve stomping it. When these people really utilize the X,
Hmm.
you see the big difference. But when you got
Hmm.
people making it par, that's why I'm with Phil Spencer and them leaving it up to the developers, it could hurt Microsoft because if they ain't utilizing the Series X, they ain't utilizing the power, they making it par. When it wasn't even and PlayStation really had the 1080p and we was upscaling the 1080p, they wasn't making it par. They wasn't
Hmm.
utilizing the power on the X.
Well, the Xbox was able to get them to be even better, but it
But
was the, it was the,
it was a
the third
developer.
party. They're like, why are we gonna bother if it's not the leading platform? That's the mentality. You understand?
But that's wrong. You're supposed to
Hmm.
utilize the power of that console.
Because
That's what
people
I'm
paid
saying.
for that. For that reason, they paid for the console because they wanted the better performance. Absolutely,
Man, I tell you this, man.
absolutely.
Anybody else want to touch up? Because I just had to go down memory lane. There's so much going down memory lane. What we went through during this YouTube, getting harassed by the Bonds, getting harassed by all these other people. For what? For speaking the truth that what's really facts in their face? Like, come
Hmm.
on, man. And it's like the, nothing that Xbox does is look at what they're doing now. They did a show, they got bashed for it. Anything, but I guarantee you, PlayStation will come out. They even showed a guy begging, Shenmue begging for money,
And it
show.
wasn't even they weren't even funding the game. They would just put them there so they
But
could promote the.
2018, they showed games. They bust their load. They didn't
Mhm,
come out to no shows, no E3s, nothing, bro. And they still
mhm.
getting praised. They didn't give
Yeah.
up. They gave basically
Well,
they
they
gave up.
what is that they say now? Iraq. They don't have to show nothing because they're in the first place. They don't have to prove anything.
Look at that.
That's that,
That's a
that's the
lie.
agenda they go on.
That's a lie. And that's what I'm
You've heard.
saying.
I know you've heard that, right, Iraq?
That's
You
not
know
correct.
what? You know what? It is you know what, man? The hallmark of first things first, you guys got to understand is that the reason why gaming journalism and movie journalism and entertainment journalism died is because at some point the Adam Sessler stepped down, Siskel and Ebert died, the Peter
Hmm.
Travers, Richard Ropers had to retire, and up stepped all of these little fanboy websites, all of these little movie review sites that you never fucking heard of, all these little gaming sites you never fucking heard of, all of these fanboys like Geoff Keighley and Ryan McCafferty, they became the journalists. And so when you have people that are fans of a certain product that are they're the last when you have a crap gamer and people are going to his channel getting news, that's what the buzz is. That's what the buzz is. So all you can do as a YouTuber and as a person who wants to get the truth out there is try to get the truth out there about products. And you sit and you watch these companies weather this storm. Sony's scared as shit now, and their fans are scared as
Hmm.
shit. You know why? Because Microsoft caught Sony with their draws down while Sony was doing a victory lap. Yay, we sold 100 million consoles.
Yeah,
Microsoft
yeah.
focusing on buying studios and focusing on their next hardware. Okay, um, while Disney was doing a fucking victory lap. Hey, our MCU was the best. Everybody's praising us. DC and Warner Brothers was over there getting their fucking shit together. So I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I love it when he's. I'm a DC. I'm Team DC. I don't give a fuck. I
Me
love
too.
it.
Me too. I love DC
I
too.
love it. I love. Well, then you know the media bias has been against them since 2016.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
love it
yeah.
when these same thing with Xbox. I love it when these corporations weather the fucking storm.
Hmm.
Okay, I love it when these corporations get the right people in charge. For Xbox, it was Phil Spencer. For DC, it was Jeff Johns and Walter Hamada. I love it when these companies get their shit together and let all the haters talk. These people are afraid, man. These people are afraid. Disney right now is scared of shit of Warner Brothers. They're scared of shit of HBO Plus, and I fucking love it. Sony, Sony. We've got to remember that just 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, Sony's stock was downgraded to junk. They are
Yeah,
still
yeah.
in, they are still
They're still in the red.
they're still in the red. Microsoft. I think Tuckmaster was saying about the money that they lost on Scalebound. Microsoft might have lost 70 or 80 million. Microsoft made
Probably.
two. Microsoft made $2 billion in one
In
quarter.
the in three quarters. Yeah. In the first 3 months in the quarter. Yeah.
Dude, they're not worrying
Hmm.
about that shit. What
Hmm.
they're basically getting back to that Chinese dude's video I saw today. Microsoft is playing a long game. Now you could either
Hmm.
be on board for it, or you could be a Sony fan all day. Like you know,
But why I could play that long game, E-Rock? My brother
dude,
E-Rock.
buy 5 PlayStation 5s if you want. I'm, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter because Microsoft is going to do what they're going to do. There's a reason why that Minecraft game came out today, because Mojang is a huge presence in their corporate infrastructure, and whether Crap Gamer likes it, whether anybody likes it, Microsoft is going to stay true to what their DNA is. They're going to put out games that everybody can play. They're going to put out games. Sea of Thieves. People are still playing Sea of Thieves 2 years later.
10 million strong.
Who is playing God of War? Nobody. Boom.
Just newbies. That's it.
That concludes this matter. I mean, it is what it is, man. Like, look, if that's your thing, let it be a thing. Stop stressing about Microsoft. Microsoft ain't going nowhere. Wasn't Microsoft supposed to be done? Wasn't they supposed to be going out of business? Man, Microsoft ain't went nowhere. They caught Sony off guard and their fan base. You wouldn't have to be afraid if you would just shut your fucking mouth and play games.
Well, Iraq. To add what you're saying to the difference, and I said this, I think it was 2 podcasts ago. I said this to Ghost and Tuck, and I forgot. I think it was 100 was with us. I said the biggest difference going in, because everybody's like, well, PlayStation's still going to sell more than Xbox, and I said that may be possible, but I don't. But at the same time, it's a possibility that Microsoft could overtake them, because the biggest difference this time around is when Microsoft started this gen, right, with Xbox One, as we all know, because they made it very transparent and let us know that the Microsoft division was not looked at respectively within Microsoft, right? The Xbox division, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they had a limitation of funding, right? Their limitation was of funding was limited. Once Phil in 2015 proved to Satya Nadella with those big moves like cutting off, what possibly could have been their biggest game, Scalebound, because of the fuckery that Platinum Games was doing behind closed doors, right? Finishing other projects like 6 other games. Meanwhile, talking about Scalebound being their biggest game ever that they were going to do, and yet they didn't prioritize it, right? What Satya Nadella said: "You're in charge. You're the head. How much money you need?" You see what I'm saying? Yep. Microsoft is going in this generation, the Xbox Series X, and the fact that they made a console that cost them almost $2 to $3 billion just for R&D. If that doesn't prove to you that they're not serious about next generation, then you really got a problem. Because nobody's going to spend that kind of money if they don't have the confidence in what they're doing.
Where are they going? They're going to outlast Sony. They're going to
exactly. They're a long game, like you said. They're going to go in there, and they got the backing now from Microsoft, the company. Now the Xbox division is 57% of the Microsoft company as far as what they bring in capital. Okay, that was last year's numbers. 57%. They're making more money with the Xbox division, even though it's a small number, but it is more than they do with their tablets, their Windows, and you see how big their Windows is. So imagine they're making money. So now going into this gen, they got all bets are off. That's why you're already starting to see already announced exclusive third-party deals that can only be run on the Series X. Okay, you can't even do it on the X or the regular S. Okay, because they want to prove a point that they were in this from the very beginning, and they were being to be taken seriously, and that they meant what they said. They were never going to be caught off guard ever again. Those were Phil Spencer's words.
Those were his words. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, he said it clear as day. Will never get caught off guard with the most weakest console ever again, or without a game plan, I guess. And it's short, in his short words, right? The way he said it. So people seem to forget that. They always have the amnesia effect that they forget stuff. But when you paid attention and you're real like us, you don't forget that. You don't let it go. You see it and you remember. And that's the biggest difference. So will they beat them in sales? Probably not. But I guarantee you that's because of the regions. Because in other regions they're more popular. But I guarantee you in the U.S., Microsoft is going to destroy Sony in next gen as far as what they're doing. It's 6 months away in the PS5. Yeah. We don't even know what it looks like, E-Rock.
He about me and you've been alive a long time, me longer than you. And I've been alive long enough to see everything changes. Everything changes. If there's
Everything
one
comes around full circle.
if there's one constant in this universe is
Mm-hmm.
everything changes. Companies that are on top go down. Companies that are go
Mm-hmm.
down.
Shit,
It's
whoever thought Toys R Us would go away?
yeah.
Whoever
It's,
thought Macy's go
it's,
away?
it's in like I know right now y'all think Disney is invincible. They are sweating fuck. They did not want HBO plus. What's that shit? HBO now. What's that new
Max.
shit?
Mm-hmm. HBO
They did,
Max.
they did not want that shit
To
to
happen.
happen. And see now y'all see
Mm-hmm.
how much shit Warner Brothers. I'm a Warner Brothers guy. Now I like Disney's classic shit. I know y'all have
Yeah.
this, but I like Disney's classic shit. But they did not want already bam the Harry Potter movies, the DC shit. They did
Mm-hmm.
not want anybody competing with them in that. Now, of course, ain't none of them gonna beat Netflix, but I mean, shit changes. And with Sony,
Yeah.
you gotta realize, even Nintendo is constantly in flux. They'll fail one generation, they'll succeed the next.
Mm-hmm.
They're good at pumping out gimmicks, but sooner or later, the Nintendo fans. Well, no, what am I saying? Nintendo fans are fucking lunatics. But sooner or later, you expect more, and that's how you know who the corporate slaves are. Because I remember Hebot asking Microsoft for more. I remember the Welsh Gamer asking Microsoft for more. I remember on the Welsh Gamers podcast, we basically asked Phil Spencer and them, well, could y'all make part of backwards compatibility, the OG Xbox games? Now we don't know if they was listening to us or if that was under plan, but this shit is ever changing and it's ever flowing and it's ever fluxing. Remember, just 7 months ago, Google Stadia was supposed to put everybody out of business. Now look what the fuck
Yeah,
happened. Look what
Uh,
happened.
yeah.
You,
They're
you,
free and
you,
still nobody talks about it.
you can't predict this shit, man, and you don't know what's going to happen next generation. Sony has still got to post some shit in the black, not in the red. So I don't
Yeah.
even worry about that shit no more, man.
That's
I
true. That's
I'll
true.
tell you like this. I'm gonna be honest. Once Microsoft gotta, it's gonna take some L's, man, from the media, man. They gotta do something about the media because the media is gonna bring them down, regardless of what. Man, PlayStation showed a controller and a PlayStation 5 symbol, and they go
Mm-hmm.
crazy and they blew it up out of proportion.
Yeah, but they've done that through the years for every console. Ghost, I told you that. That's
Yes,
nothing
Yeah,
new.
but
yes.
they trust
Every
me.
console.
This whole
Every console.
generation, the media shitted on us.
Yeah, we
So
And
know.
then,
You know.
and then
it's
after the
gonna
generation
continue
is
until
over,
Microsoft.
they go back and be like, damn,
But go.
the Dreamcast was was a lot better than PS2.
But,
Damn, the
but
Xbox One was LG was way better than PS2. You know what I'm saying?
But
Oh damn, the Saturn was better than the PS1. We've
but the
heard this.
damage,
This is the
damage was
same
done.
song.
but
This is
not
the
just
same
that.
song that
Yeah.
we've heard for years.
But not just that goes. But not just that goes. Yeah, the media, the PlayStation has been the media darling, and we see the media
Hmm.
buy it.
Hmm.
But here's the thing:
Oh, shit,
nobody
tough,
been paying attention to. You notice you don't hear Sony talking about boxes sold no more. Haven't you noticed that? You ain't heard them
Which
talking
one?
about boxes. You haven't heard Sony talking about how many boxes they sold anymore, because with all of the boxes sold, Sony PlayStation hasn't seen growth. Microsoft
Right, right.
Xbox has seen growth. 10 million subscribers to Game Pass, and the numbers are at this date.
They're
And,
crazy, especially in such a
and
short time.
PlayStation Plus has been out longer, and they've only got 5 million subscribers. PlayStation hasn't
Not
seen any
even,
growth.
not
They haven't
even
seen any growth.
2.2,
Yep.
2.2.
They,
You're
they
right.
never they never post their quarterly earnings. They never do that
Hmm.
because it's embarrassing. Microsoft has seen year upon year, and Xbox has seen year upon year growth. That's what, as a
Hmm.
gamer, you need to be concerned about because it's that year on year growth that enabled them, as Hebot said,
Yes, sir.
to put billions into R&D for a box.
Gross
That's
and profits is two different things, right? Right, Ira?
yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Gross is one thing, profit is another. Sony makes gross with little profit. Microsoft makes gross with a whole lot of profit, and that's the difference.
I'm before guys, I'm gonna end the show like this because we going on like 2 hours and 33 right now. But I'm gonna end
Yeah,
the show
yeah.
like this. Shout out to Blackie Lebowski because that was the first guy I ever seen talking about numbers on Sony's side and Microsoft's side, talking about Microsoft making money and Sony
Yeah,
not making
I
money.
remember him.
Blackie Lebowski was the originator on that, shitting on them. I remember his videos, putting
Yeah,
it up,
yeah,
bang,
yeah.
boom. Sony ain't making money, blah blah blah. But he never get no props, and I know he left the game too. He not really doing nothing. He
Yeah,
went,
Blackie was that dude.
yeah, Blackie was that dude. He went to Nintendo and all that. He stopped doing YouTube videos. But Blackie was one of the originators that I ever seen putting Sony on blast. And look,
Yeah.
Microsoft's making all the money, and Sony, even though they sold consoles, at the end of the day, they ain't really pulling the profit like he was saying back then. And look, we're already in 2020 right now. So shout outs to you, Blackie Lebowski, man.
We miss you, dude. He was a black dude that had a white boy's voice, and he wrote like, "I ride dirt bikes and shit, man. I ride dirt bikes." Fuck you,
That was my dude, son. That was my dude, bro. He had black balls when he took that gun out. That nigga, whoop. That's the first time I've seen somebody like complain about somebody.
That's an OG
anyway,
YouTuber right there.
Yo, E-Rock, man. Let them know where they can hit you up at and find you at, man.
Hey, man, it's E-Rock X. Coming to the E-Rock X channel, man. Gameplay. I try to keep it real over there. I'm also on Instagram where I write a blog, man. Check me out. It's E-Rock X. And I had a good time, guys.
Yeah, nice to have you here. You had a lot of good gameplay. You've been putting gameplay after gameplay, little snippets. I've been seeing that all day. You can't really comment. You just look at it, But you've been playing games left and right.
That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
He don't play no games. This motherfucker got so much gameplay on his channel. Oh, wherever there's hate, you know that. All over the place. No. I'm actually on Instagram a lot more because I like to socialize with a lot of other things, like my figure stuff. I'm trying to actually get into that scene too. In a more serious level, the way I tried with gaming, because I'm trying to unify both. I'm doing a lot of stuff related with games and figures that have to do with video games. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, nobody's really doing that, to be honest with you. I am, because I can associate with both. I've been collecting for over 27 years. I've been gaming since I was 4, so I can do the two, and it comes natural to me. I had somebody telling me, why you made Cyberpunk video for the Cyberpunk figures 27 minutes long. That's too long. I said, because I gave the details about the company, the game, where it's coming, how it's coming. He said, but that game's already out. When he said that to me, I fell on the floor. Since I already knew he didn't know what he was talking about. So I said, see, because you don't understand and know the gaming industry, you can't socialize and unify them together. And socialize better with the material, with people, because you only know one side of it, which is the figure side. But I know both, so that's what I've been trying to do, and it's been working for me. It's been growing my channel. I've been getting subscribers almost every week. I get 1 or 2, sometimes 5, sometimes 6.
That's what's up.
And I'm happy. I appreciate it. As long as I'm getting views, that means somebody out there cares about what I'm doing, and that's all that matters. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've gotten more love in a shorter time for the figure community than I've gotten in the video game community.
Of course.
And I think that, and that's something that E-Rock brought up earlier, that he don't understand how I don't have 15 million subscribers or whatever, or 15,000 subscribers, whatever the fuck it was, because of all the knowledge and how I present things, how I do things. And I'm grateful that he thinks that highly of me, because that means a lot to me. You know what I mean? It means that I touched him in the way I want to touch other people. You know what I'm saying? And I did something right, but like he said, people just like the drama. So I am on Instagram. I'm under C_respect. And obviously on Twitter, I'm Powerful Gamer, Ebot. As you guys know. But I don't be on there as much anymore, Ebot, like I was trying to tell you on Instagram. I just be on there, I come in, do a drive-by, get people mad and leave, and then leave them talking by themselves. It's just funny to me. That's what I've been doing. You can tell Ghost, they'll be there 15 days later. I'm like, damn, you still here? Listen, you need some mental help, and then I expose them, and they get mad because people make fun of them because I showed where they did the original post and how long they've been there. I've been doing it just for fun because I learned from you guys. Just like troll them right back with their stupidity. That's what I've been doing. I don't waste my time doing it. And also on YouTube, I'm Hebot. I don't think it's Hebot A. I think it's just Hebot. I think it's Hebot. And then on the Xbox, you guys want to check me out? I'm Hebot 8 on Xbox with a space after the T with the number 8. So, you guys can check me out there too.
Hey guys, y'all can catch me on Twitch, Mixer, Ghost Rider 730. My YouTube channel is Ghost Rider 730. My gamer tag is Ghost Rider 730 on Xbox, the best box. If you want, you can rock out with me. You can rock out more or less with Hebot, because he be around. We got a ton of
Hmm.
gamers out there that play games, all type of games. We're a gaming channel. Everybody's
He's
channel right.
talking shit for like 3 hours just in party chat.
What? I jumped in kind
Mhm.
of a little late, but it was fun. I had a blast. I'll tell you this, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video out, guys, and subscribe to E-Rock, subscribe to Hebot. Let's help Hebot get 1,000. Let's try to get me to 1,000. I'll appreciate it. And if
Yes,
not,
sir.
I'll just be real happy just to be doing what I do, man, and rocking out with the guys, the fellas, man. That's what it's about. I don't care about being the biggest YouTuber, but I tell you this: when I say the best box is Xbox, you already know it is.
Mhm.
Peace out, y'all. God
Hey, hey, Ghost, leave us on real quick because I want to touch on the E-Rock before you cut off after you go get off live,
bless.
if you can.
You got it, my brother.